What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's the one and only JP to the. This will not be a real long, crazy blog style video. I am just going to come on here and talk about what's been going on this week with this guy, Byron Blake, my Cody, Battle Facts, and a bunch of the BS. So, the reason that I'm going live is one fold. It's not threefold, twofold. It's not any type of that. It's literally to address the situation at hand. So I was told that dude once again mentioning me and stuff, and it don't bother me. If anybody know me, they know I've been controversial even as an artist and different things that I do. So none of this stuff bothers me. None of this back and forth. It don't throw my day off a little bit. In fact, it's kind of my comfort zone. I have been more into my business lately, so I have done that without getting involved in things like this. But I was brought in it, so being that I was brought in it, I will address it. Shout out to all of the battle rappers and the people that follow battle rap. If you are not familiar with my situation, my code D is Battle Facts. Chris, I've known the guy for 20 some years. We caught a case in 2003. Dude is running around showing the paperwork and stuff. And they try to bring me on here and, oh man, you saying that, this and that. So it was already shown that I did not make any statements or none of that. When the police pulled me over, they asked me about some weed I had in my pocket. And I was like 30 minutes away from the address on my ID. And they asked me, hey, what are you doing all the way out here? I said, man, I came to buy that weed. How did you get up, man? I caught the bus, even though my car was in front of the house. So all of that stuff was what they brought up or Byron brought up. And I did see that. So it's okay, y'all. Y'all can bring me up. I don't mind it. I'm just saying, give me a chance to speak my piece. They tried to make it like I was trying to take up for Battle Facts, and that was not the situation at all. So what the situation is, and I was not familiar with the guy Byron Blake, but I seen he mentioned me, and he did mention a comment that I made on his page about Big Meech. So he must have been one of the guys that were just throwing Big Meech under the bus. And I'm not taking up for Big Meech because I'm from Southwest too. That's not even close to what happened. So what happens on my end is I make cut and dry decisions. So if I say this dude is a rat, I'm literally like, you a rat, going over there, let it be. So with the situation with Big Meech, if you look at my channel, you see that I did have a lot of traction around the time that this was brought up. And it wasn't because I wanted to get close to Big Meech. I am very familiar with BMF members, and everybody, if you know me, you know that. I am not one of the people that have to latch on to other people's notoriety. I do what I do. So that was never the case. And if you look at the situation now, you can see that this situation kind of died down because it held no real weight. In my particular idea, they were listening to this lady, Tammy Cowan, and she said something, and then I was confused because it was already stated that this lady is a snake and to do anything. So I didn't understand why people took a story that came from her mouth and ran with it. Obviously, the story lost its legs because nobody else is still talking about it. And in the end, I felt like I was right. Now, if it would have came out that dude cooperated and set his plug up or anybody else up, then I would be one of the people to say dog wasn't right. So I did watch the video that somebody sent me, and dog was talking about me, and he was talking about Tsu Surf paperwork. So this is not clickbait. We're going to talk about the paperwork a little bit. So the paperwork and the argument that started all of this, it insinuated, well, Byron Blake insinuated that because he took a cop and he had a conspiracy that he cooperated against his codees, and that couldn't have been further from the truth. I know because I firsthand just fought a case that started as a RICO, but I copped out to a conspiracy. And he played with paperwork. He'll find the paperwork sooner or later. But if you look at the paperwork, even when I was at sentencing, I was like, look, dog, I am not agreeing or admitting to conspire with anybody in particular. I don't even have any names on my paperwork. So basically the way my conspiracy ended up being, I don't even have the names of my co-defendants there. Like it's literally like this person one, this two, this person. I'm like, dog, I don't even know who my co-defendants are technically. So, and I would never admit on anything publicly that I even know who my co-defendants are. If you look at my sentencing transcript, I said I don't know who my co-defendants are, and the judge clearly stated, "That's correct, sir. If you want to take your plea back, because technically you're right. You're pleading to a conspiracy with no known co-conspirators." So when people make these cut and dry things with the law, it ends up being very, very wrong most of the time, because the law is that's the reason it's the law, right? Hold on, something in my eye, y'all. That's the reason it's the law. The law is left up to interpretation. So if you listen to someone like him and they appear to have some type of knowledge of the law, and I'm not disregarding anything that he said or that the knowledge that he does have for the law, but when he talked about the PSR and he talked about you having to admit to certain things in the PSR, it couldn't have been further from the truth. In my PSR, I could not admit to anything other than I sold pills. I didn't have to admit to who I sold pills to, who I bought pills from, or anything else, because the way my conspiracy was set up, I had no co-conspirators. Now, he did mention that the judge, when the lawyer was talking to the judge, Tsu Surf's lawyer that is, he said, thank you to the prosecution and their in PSR. Listen, what the lawyer was saying was that these people did a investigation. He even explained it in talking about it. He said they had, if you don't provide information, they do their private investigation. That's what they do. So in a PSR, in particular with my PSR, I said I had a high school diploma. They made me go get my transcripts to prove that I had a high school diploma, or they would have gotten the transcripts for me. This is the information that they're talking about. You can keep spinning everything to fit your story, but if you haven't been through it, you don't understand it. I didn't understand a Fed case until I had a Fed case. Until I fought my conspiracy, which started off as a RICO. My case started off as a RICO case. I played out to a conspiracy, but until you understand that, then you don't know. You have to go through some of this to be like, dang, this makes sense. So when you get people on these platforms and they're like overly confident in their knowledge of something, it's crazy to me. And I may have had that type of knowledge too if I hadn't went through the situation. If I hadn't went through the situation myself, I would have had that type of cocky attitude. Well, if you pled guilty, then you must have did such and such, So it's different when you go through it. Y'all got to go through something. Y'all got to go through something. If you haven't went through it, then you don't understand it. Not completely. Not completely. So when I seen all of that talk about Meech earlier in the year, yeah, I had an opinion because I've been through something. I understand how these type of things work. My name haven't never been drug in the mud, but y'all talking about a snake trying to throw this man under the bus for whatever reason. She snaked her way close to this man. Then she snaked him. And then she just snaked 50. He not going to admit it, but she snaked 50 Cent by telling him that she had proof that this man was a rat. And obviously the proof never came out, or it haven't came out yet. 50 could barely hold water, so if it was any type of proof, I'm pretty sure he would have been exposed it. So she played him with promising him some proof. She a snake. You lay in bed with a snake, you get bit. So that was my personal opinion about Meech. My opinion about Tsu Surf is he did plead guilty, and he pled guilty to his conspiracy. You can twist all of the words and do whatever you want to do, but his co-conspirators are telling you he didn't tell anything because he didn't tell anything. He didn't give them any information. He basically said, I'm pleading guilty to whatever you said I did, and I'm gonna get up out of here. Give me the best time you can give me and let me get the hell up out of here. And when you have that type of case with that many people and other people cooperating, that is actually the smart thing to do. Let me plead guilty and get the hell up out y'all way. So in my particular case, when y'all start posting the paperwork and all of this, y'all got to realize that the case had a lot going on and the man didn't go in there and say anything to make my case worse or make my case anything. Now, I don't necessarily approve and I didn't do it. So I don't necessarily say, hey, man, you know, you wrote a statement. It's okay. But that's what he did. That's his business, bro. But when you get to calling people rats, y'all got to be careful with them words because you can't call everybody a rat. In my situation, I've done 14 years of hard time, bro. 14 years of hard time, not including juvenile. I seen dudes say, I've been catching cases since I was 14. I caught my first one at 11, bro. I was in Star Commonwealth at 11, before I was 12 years old. The summer before my 12th birthday, I was in Star Commonwealth, which is a juvenile facility, a boys' home, basically. And then I went to a foster home before I was 12, bro. So I'm trying to explain to y'all that this is something that I've dealt with all my life. So when y'all on YouTube and y'all playing all these YouTube games, I'm not telling you I know everything, but I've seen every single part of the system. And I have multiple degrees that you see behind me. I have let me see this way, right there, those books, those are paralegal books. I have a paralegal certificate. I'm very well read and well educated. So when you talking about these guys in these cases, then it get kind of funky because it's situations where you can't just say he did this, he's that. I seen it and I didn't know this guy technically from a can of paint. And he did show that I commented on something that he said about Meech, and I probably did. And even my comment was like, you have no clue. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have a clue, my guy. And I'm not dogging you. And we can get on here together and have a conversation. It would have to be a respectful conversation where we're not yelling at each other and talking over each other. I don't want to be that type of person. I've been that type of person. I've grown. And you got to be open to what's real. The fact that you said that man had to go in there and cooperate because of his PSR or whatever, if it shows that you don't understand the process. I went through the process. You don't have to say anything about anybody. You don't have to admit to everything on your case or whatever. You don't have to do that. When they say when his lawyer said thanks to the prosecution for doing a thorough PSR and whatever, he was just saying, thank you for not charging my client with everything that you're charging these guys with, because you did the research to say that my client wasn't involved in all of the things that the other co-defendants had done. And that's damn near the best defense you can have in a RICO case, is that, yeah, that it may be murders over there, but I don't know nothing about that. It may be a robbery over there, but hey, y'all got all of us charged with this. I don't know. I don't even know some of these guys. Sometimes you can be in a RICO and don't know most of the people in a RICO because somebody else may know somebody and somebody. It's a very gray area. And when you act like it's just black and white, you plead guilty, so you are, is crazy to me. Because it don't work like that. You know what I mean? And until you can show that that man said, yeah, man, such and such did X, Y, and Z. So in my opinion, what would have been ratting in my case would have been, yeah, see, what people don't understand is it's a statute limitation. And I said it a little bit on the live. What people don't understand is I damn near, the guy got cracked in his head. I did that. The guy got punched. I did that. You know what I'm saying? If dude was going to tell on me, he'd have been, look, Jackpot went and cracked dude in the head. Jackpot would have did this. Jackpot wouldn't have did that. And that would have been ratting. Hold on, nigga, how you do that? So what his situation was, he tried to talk himself out of that, and that was his situation. That was what it was. I just didn't do that. And that, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a person a rat, bro. A rat would have been, yeah, man, we planned this for a week. Such and such, this, that. Like even how we got to the house or anything, how this and that happened. Yeah, Jackpot grabbed this, Jackpot hit the guy. I did all that shit. This is statute of limitations. And if anybody know me, that like I said in the live the other day, man, anybody know me know I was a wild card. So when you try to make it like what I seen he the big homie and scared, it ain't none of that. I was the wild card. And at the end of the day, a lot of this could have been avoided if I wasn't a wild card. The stuff I wasn't struggling with nobody over no, I popped, boop. That's it. The dude on the porch reached for the gun, pop, boop. You know what I'm saying? So None of the stuff in whatever he wrote, that ain't even the shit that happened. So it was not like I felt, oh man, niggas got a this and that. So y'all doing all of this YouTube weird shit, bro. And I'm cool with that because I know this what y'all do. But what I'm saying about the Blake dude, you literally taking everything, this black and white. Then I seen he said something about his own case because the guy came and I told him he just dropped me off. That could be considered ratting. Cause who's to say he wanted to be there? I don't know nothing about that. I wasn't the guy in the car. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying whatever it was. You make a statement, you make a statement. I don't, that's a person can do the same thing to you. You know what I'm saying? Well, man, you told on him. Well, all I said was he was in the car. Yeah, but you told on him. So it can go either way. Y'all playing this street shit real weird, man. Ratting is ratting, bro. And it's enough people ratting that you don't gotta pick at the people that ain't really ratting. But if that's the way you make content and you can say that people are picking on you, but you're literally making a pattern of doing this. You did it to Meech and nothing came of that because it was nothing there but a snake. Y'all basically took the word of a rat to call somebody else a rat. This lady is a known rat, a known setup artist, a known snake. And y'all said, oh, she said he a rat. He must be a rat. The police saying we never had nothing on dog about this to everybody. Nobody other than this lady is saying that. Then you got Cuffy, who Cuffy was saying it, and Cuffy a slime ball because you just ran off on two plugs. It just so happened that one of the plugs was the feds. So you a slime ball, you running off on something and leaving dog head on a guillotine, and then you're asking him for some type of relief. That's crazy to me. I don't owe you anything. When you thought that you had my head on a guillotine, you bounced with the work and said, F me, that we can't be friends. If you think the plug is giving you the work and you bounce and it's my plug and I'm in prison, easy to get to. I'm not hiding in any type of solitary confinement. I'm easy to find. I'm Big Meech. You walk on the yard, man, where Meech at? Meech over there. I'm somewhere with a shank in my neck because you done ran on a plug, but now you want me to free you and write a statement or something for you? That's crazy to me. Dog don't owe dude nothing. You a slime ball. You not my mans. Don't run with the narrative that you my man. See, that's how I think about things because I don't slime ball my mans. That's how I think about things. Cause my name good in the streets. Y'all ain't seen nothing on YouTube as much as I make this stuff and do this stuff. And I know the guys that's running around. Dogface used to manage me, whatever. You never seen nobody drop no crazy stuff on Jackpot because Jackpot run with character. Jackpot is known for being a certain type of person, bro. I'm known for being a certain type of person, bro. I'm just glad I didn't have to kill nobody in that house, man. That's what I'm glad at. Y'all looking at YouTube stuff and doing all of this shit was 20 something years ago, bro. I'm a whole NBA now. I'm a whole different person. I talk about this and I get paid to talk about this with people of a certain, background or people that's going through something to help motivate them and show them that you can do better. So I never want to get on here and glorify everything that I used to be because I've came so far. When I talk about what I used to do, I talk about it from a different point. I don't talk about it to be, nigga, I'm the toughest guy. I did such and such. My reputation is my reputation. My reputation. I watched Dog. I just watched him before I see. Oh, I got people in Michigan. If they anywhere around Michigan, probably all across the state, most people that if they talk, they gon' somebody like, no, I fuck with Dog. Dog solid. If they talking to real guys, bro. Real guys they gonna tell them, man, Dog solid. That's all I can ask for. All of the YouTube stuff. If you make a pattern out of, oh, you're a rat, you did such and such, you did this and that, then you lose some credibility. If I'm running around calling everybody a rat and I'm doing it with any little, oh, look at this, he did this. You are basically digging into something to make that man a rat. I didn't see nothing in that paperwork that made Tsu Surf a rat. I didn't see anything in the paperwork that made that man a rat. His lawyer saying, thanks to the prosecution for doing a thorough PSR, whatever. That was just saying, look, man, y'all excluded my guy from some of the bigger charges. So my guy gonna end up with a half decent time that we are happy with. That's all he was saying. Y'all, I'm thankful for that, for y'all not throwing him in the bucket with everybody. That's all his lawyer was saying. But you got to understand that you have to been through that to understand what he's saying. When I heard exactly what you heard, I didn't hear it and say, oh, he's saying Tsu Surf gave names because he said, you know, other guys and this and that. Nah, that ain't what I heard. But if your mind is always set to you a rat, you a rat, you a rat, then you looking for something to make him a rat. It's called a consistent system of beliefs. Whatever your beliefs are, that's what you are looking for. You're looking for information to confirm whatever your beliefs are. So when people run with that, it's hard to get through that. That's why you end up yelling over people and doing all of that. I have educated conversations with people. I have very intelligent conversations with people. I have debates if it's needed, and we talk about facts and what makes sense, and we leave that conversation with some level of understanding, because that's what growth is about. It's not about all of this YouTube weirdo shit. So when we talk about the streets, I'm not taking credit from anything that you've done. All of us probably grew up and did some things. I'm not taking credit from that. What I'm saying is about me is that I've handled my business every single time, bro. I've handled my business every single time, bro. And I carry myself a certain way, even though I was 18 when I caught that case. Even though I was a new father when I caught my Fed case, it never crossed my mind to go in and make statements and testify against my people, bro. I gotta get home. I understand that my kids are gonna look at me a certain way, bro. I had two brand new kids when I got indicted. They 6 months apart, bro. I had a kid when they pulled me over, and I had a kid the night that they pulled me over, literally 6 months apart in 2015. They indicted me in October. Neither one of my kids were 9 months old. I had a 2-month-old and a 7-month-old, about an 8-month-old. And when they indicted me, you know what I said? Let's fight. Let's fight, man. Let's fight. I told my lawyer, I got a song on there, a video called Rico. I told my lawyer, man, don't worry about the case. You gonna get paid. Just take care of the black and white. That's it. I did not worry about fighting my case, bro. I just made sure the money was there to make sure that Kevin Basant handled his business, and he'll tell you that. That's what this is all about, bro. Everybody, your character is your character. So if you don't want people discrediting you, you have to be careful of what you put into the atmosphere. If you're constantly throwing somebody under the bus and then you start to lose credibility, you cannot be upset that people are not valuing your opinion the way they should. I'm not taking up for anybody that's a proven rat, but you cannot make everybody a rat. It's enough rats out here. It's enough rats out here that you can do that, but you can't make everybody a rat. You can't make everybody a rat. I'm not judging the Tsu Surf or anybody else. I don't know that man personally. I've met Easy and some other people, but I haven't met Tsu Surf personally. So I can't take up for him like he my guy. But from the paperwork is nothing that I've seen. And now if something else come out tomorrow, I don't know. This is the same thing I said with Meech. If something else come out, we can revisit this conversation. But it's nothing in the paperwork that I've seen that make that man a rat. You cannot say that that man pleading guilty makes him a rat. You cannot say that him saying, yeah, I'm guilty of conspiracy makes him a rat. Do your homework. I'm telling you, at my sentencing, I pled guilty to a conspiracy without knowing who my co-conspirators were, without having to say a name, without having to admit to doing any one thing ever. Without admitting to having a phone call, see what's something about it, without admitting to making a sale, without admitting to catching a play or anything else. I literally said, yes, I did conspire with others. That's exactly with others to distribute pills. That was it. That's it. I did. And I said, Your Honor, are we clear that I don't know who my co-defendants are because you guys have not named my co-defendants? Right. And I know that that's not the case with Tsu Surf, but I'm telling you that this the type of stuff that go on in the feds. I have a federal indictment that's a conspiracy, and they would not name my co-conspirators. So I play it out in the blind just because I'm getting 60 months. Let me get out y'all way before this turn into 17 years. But you wouldn't really understand that. You wouldn't even believe that. You wouldn't believe that. My case is public. You know, you looked up everything else. I'm telling you, bro, in the feds, all kind of stuff happened. Now, what they're not going to do is say, your co-conspirator pled guilty, you're guilty too. Like, it don't work like that. You go to trial, you handle your business. You handle your business. It just is what it is. So I don't know how you take, oh, you pled guilty to you a rat. Like, and when you plead guilty to certain things, you have to say, yes, I'm pleading guilty to X, Y, Z. Same thing in my state case, right? In my state case, and I think I mentioned this last night on the live. In my state case, um, I was technically the first one to plead guilty. Technically, when I walked in, my co-defendant was pleading guilty. When I walked in to pick a jury, he was pleading guilty and arguing with the prosecutors. So he was pleading guilty, and I'm like, dog, he got two paid lawyers. I got this janky ass court appointed lawyer. I know I did not plan on pleading guilty, y'all. When I walked in and I seen him in there pleading out, I said, oh, he got two paid attorneys. And we had already basically talked about me following his lead as far as, if, hey man, if I get out of there, I get out of there. Who, I don't know who this is, MBF. Did y'all take the same plea deal together? Let me put this on here, y'all, and then I get back to my story. So we were locked up in the same cell. And when we were locked up in the same cell, we did come up with a story. So we were locked up in the cell, we came up. So this what they tried to like twist and turn. So we were locked up in the cell, we came up with a story. I did not write a statement. Never wrote a statement. We were in a cell and we came up with a story, and we did not take a plea. He went to trial, right? But I never made a statement. I ended up, that's what I'm getting to. So I don't know who D Hood realer is, but D Hood. So this is what I was, and it's crazy because you asked the question right at the right time. So this is what happened on my end. I never made a statement, written, oral, no type of statement ever. I have been in and out of trouble like all my life. I don't trust police. I don't talk to police. I deal with my lawyer. So this is just the situation. When I go to trial, right? When I go to trial, we walk in, I got my dress clothes on. We thinking we picking a jury. So we walk in, I see my other co-defendant pleading out. But he arguing with his lawyers and the prosecutor. He like arguing. And I'm like, shit, he got two paid attorneys. His mom ran like nursing homes and stuff. His mom had a little money. So I'm like, damn, he pleading out. I'm talking about a janky court appointed attorney. And my attorney was like trash, like never come see me. We was fighting this case for like 11 months. So I'm telling you, I had no confidence in my attorney. And that's the only reason that I got the hell on. Like I pled guilty because this attorney was trash. His name was Howard Arnkoff. Terrible. And I felt like he was selling me up the creek. So I'm like, dog, when I walk in, we supposed to be picking a juror. Like I said, I go to the little box, they getting the, boom, I'm looking at my co-defendant, he tripping. He in there arguing with his lawyer, the prosecutors and shit. And I'm like, dog, I can't go to trial like this. This nigga got two paid attorneys and he in here pleading out. Fuck, I look like taking this raggedy ass court appointed and trying to go fight for my life. You know what I'm saying? So I was the youngest one, but I ain't no dummy. I'm looking at the shit like, dog, let me get the hell out of here. So at the time, they were offering me 63 months, I believe it was. 68 months. It might have been 68 months. Something like that. 68 months or something. So they offering me something. It was just a little over like 5 years or something. It was like light. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm thinking I'm about to take this little time and get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? I had already did about a year in the county, so I'm like, bet. The motherfuckers come to me, they like, how do you plea or whatever? Cause I'm like, I tell my lawyer, look, dog, let me just plea out. Fuck this jury. So the judge asked me like, how you plea? I'm like, shit, I plead guilty. He like, well, Mr. Hill, did you knowingly possess a firearm or something? I'm like, yeah. Did your friends know you had a firearm? Man, I'm not pleading guilty for my friends. I'm pleading guilty for me. This is exactly how I went in the courtroom. I'm not pleading guilty for nobody. I'm pleading guilty for me. I'm saying I had a gun, Your Honor. That's all I can say. So he asked me, Did you go to the house with the intent to rob? I told the motherfucker, yeah. I went with the intent to rob. I'm pleading guilty. I've never made a statement. I have nothing on record. I gotta plead guilty. So I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't let me plead no contest. They wouldn't give me the plea because I have nothing to say that I did something. If somebody plead no contest, then they have already admitted to guilt on the record somewhere. I never said anything, so I had to admit to guilt at my pleading. So I'm like, yeah, I had knowledge of, I went to the house to rob. He said, did your friends? He didn't say your co-defendants. He said, the judge say, did your friends know you were going to the house to rob? I say, man, I don't know what they knew. What I'm saying, Your Honor, is I'm pleading guilty for me. That's it. I'm not throwing nobody under nothing. I'm not saying what nobody knew. I'm pleading guilty for me. So that's how I got my plea. And I pled out in my Fed case the same way. So when people say you can't do such and such, yes, you can. And it is on my federal paperwork, my sentencing, at my sentencing, I said, Your Honor, and let's be clear, I am not saying that I did anything with anybody because I don't have co-conspirator names on my paperwork. Like, it's my co-conspirators are, it say owners, like, you know what I'm saying? It say owners of a clinic or owner, like, and I don't have no names to even say I did this or I know this person or I know that person. I'm just saying that, and I'm not saying that to, like, once again, I don't want to glorify the shit that I've been through. I'm just telling y'all that it's so many gray areas in the feds that you cannot say Tsu Surf pled guilty, he's a rat, or such and such did this, he a rat. Like, in the feds, it's so gray, bro. But one thing, you cannot hide a rat. So if he did cooperate, he would have gotten some type of break in his time, or he would have been, his lawyer would have brought it up at his sentencing to say, look, he did cooperate. He would have said something like that to say that this is why you need to get this time. It's just what it is, bro. You can't hide a rat in the feds, man, and not for long. Now, I did see them bring up, well, what about confidential informants? That's a whole different situation. With confidential informants, you're just going to be a confidential informant. If he was going to be a confidential informant, he wouldn't be in jail. It's just what it is. You can't mix the two. Like, you're either a confidential informant or you're a defendant. You can't be both. You're a confidential informant and you're going to get sentenced as a confidential informant. You're not going to get sentenced as a defendant. You can't hide the fact that you're a confidential informant and you're going to get sentenced. It just don't work. Like, you can't hide that. That's something that you're going to say. You got to damn near wear that proudly at sentencing because you got to get your time cuts. It's a reason you informing. You got to wear that proudly at sentencing. Your lawyer got to tell them, yes, my client cooperated and he got a 2-point reduction or a 5-point reduction or this and that. Like, it's no way to do that. It's no way to do that. So y'all going through, like, you can't have a whole story with just paperwork, right? This ain't about my case. I'm just saying in general with people watching this stuff and just posting stuff like, and I didn't know dude like the Byron Blake guy. I didn't know him. So he said that I commented on his post. I probably did, but I didn't know you the other day. Whenever you mentioned me, I didn't know you from a can of paint. I didn't notice that I commented on your page. I'm not even following your page. It could have been a reel or anything else. I seen it and I was like, this crazy. This don't even make sense. And that's what I commented. That's it. I didn't know you to pick on you or to do nothing. But if you are constantly doing that, you develop a pattern of making people rats, then you discredit yourself. I don't have to discredit you. I don't have to discredit you. I don't know your fan base. I don't know the people who follow your channel. I don't know nothing about you. I seen the Meech video, obviously, if I commented, and that I may have, right? I may have, and definitely had to if I commented. So I'm not saying that I didn't see the video, but I didn't know you to say who you were. Now, people they send it, hey dog, talking about you or whatever. So I did see the last couple things you did, because you had one with my picture on it. You know what I'm saying? Jackpot this and jackpot that. You know what I'm saying? So I did see that. And I'm not knocking that, bro. You didn't really dog me bad or nothing. You know, I see the dude was talking about being in the streets, bro. I don't have to do that. What I'm telling you is I don't have to say, well, you did this, I did this, you did such and such, you caught a case at this age. I don't know who Piper Boy is, G. I don't know who Piper Boy is and none of that. I do an interview with anybody. I don't care about none of this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So do you know what happened to your other co-defendant? Are you still? Yeah, I'm still in contact with my other co-defendant. I just seen him at his daughter's baby shower. Like nobody, like bro, look, man, let me put this up here. Listen, bro. All I'm telling y'all, man, you can come on here and you got a couple questions, bro. You can come on here and do an interview. I'll send you a link. The thing is, I don't got nothing to hide, bro. I'm old. I'm like an old school. I'm like the youngest OG. So I seen people like twisting the story like, oh, Chris was the big homie. Chris is older than me. I don't have no big homies. And I may have needed a big homie. I may not have been in the situation if I had a big homie, but I didn't have no big homies, bro. I'm a real street dude. Like I've literally been in the streets fending for myself all my life, right? I've been in the streets, bro. So it ain't that. It's literally like you can't make everybody rats, bro. Y'all can't make everybody rats, man. It's enough rats out here for y'all to make these niggas rats, man. These niggas is out here getting niggas cooked. You know what I'm saying? If now, let's say I got away, because I don't think they had all of the information. So I got away for a minute, y'all. I was hiding for probably about 45 minutes, an hour or something. I was hiding. So even when they caught me, like if you read what Dog said, the Blake dude, the police said they seen me come up the street because I was hiding under a fucking van, and the dude came under the van, started working on his van. So I'm like, damn, I got to get up out of here. I know he seen me because he got up and went back in the house, and I had already heard him telling the police that I had ran through his backyard, but I didn't run because the gate for his backyard was too high. He like, I don't even know how this guy got over the gate. I didn't get over the gate. I hid under the damn van. So when he get under the van, he working on the van. I got the hell up out of there like, damn, this nigga tripping. When he get up and go in the house, I'm like, the nigga already showed he trying to get me hemmed up. So I go ahead and slid up out of there. Boom. When the police see me walking, the police was like, we got the third suspect. This how I know the other two niggas caught. Boom. I say, oh, damn, they didn't caught them niggas. But I figured I've been hiding for a minute. And I'm like, you know, them niggas a little older, a little slower. I'm a little quicker on my feet at the time. And I was like, shit, they got them niggas. But when Dog, like, the police come, oh man, what are you doing out here? I don't have nothing to say, but he pulled a weed out of my pocket. It was like 2 bags of weed. I don't know if they said that in the police report, but it was literally like, bro, at the time, I don't even really sell weed. I sell crack. But anybody sell crack knows sometimes you bump into fucking crackheads and they wives need a couple bags, whatever. So when the nigga pull out the weed, it was like in my 5th pocket, some shit I done forgot about. I done already threw the damn phone, but the weed, I done forgot about this damn weed. So when he pull up the shit, he like, what are you doing, sir? I said, shit, I came out here to get that. So you came all the way out here to buy weed? Yep. From where? I don't know, man. Shit. How you get out here? Man, I caught the bus. And that's it, dog. That's all I said. I ain't said shit till I plead guilty. That's just my thing, though, man. So at the end of the day, people like y'all, you know, I think I seen somebody say trying to tell. They probably all told us something. I'm not calling nobody no rat that ain't a rat, man. Now making a statement wasn't the smartest thing, but you can't call people rats, man. Y'all calling people rats, and this man did not go in there. Yeah, because Jackpot had the gun. He hit the guy in the head. When I tell y'all, I walked in busting heads. Pop, boop. I hit the one dude, punched the other dude. Fucking everything that dude was reading in the paperwork was me. This shit was all backwards. I went downstairs, grabbed a nigga from downstairs, kicked the door in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in that bitch tripping, but that was my thing. I'm young. I'm pumped. Like, I always was pumped, man. So I didn't calm down a lot now, but I was pumped. So I was in that bitch tripping. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, like I say, bro, I'm kind of like grown as fuck now. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't listen what I'm telling you, bro. I don't know why that nigga did. That's his business. I'm telling you, with me, I don't never do that, bro. I believe in, just like my Fed case, I believe in let the lawyer handle that shit, bro. For real. So I don't know, man. You got to ask him. I'm saying I'm not taking up for what he did, bro. That's not why I'm here. So you're not going to make me do that. What I'm saying is, He didn't rat on me. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm not saying shit. I'm gonna let the lawyer fight the shit. That's what I did with my Fed case too. I'm just saying that's how I look at anything. But I'm not saying, oh man, man, y'all gotta do it. No, bro. I'm just telling you how I maneuver. I know y'all want to get the dirt and all of that shit. Y'all can do with that. I'm saying how I maneuver. I ain't doing that. But I'm not calling that man or Tsu Surf or anybody no rat unless they ratted. You know what I'm saying? Dog ain't ratted. It's other niggas involved in our case. Everything like dog ain't ratted. Nigga, we hit a whole nother lick the same day. You see what I'm saying? Like if it was gonna be that, it would be look, we just left a lick, came to hit a second lick. Like y'all don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I ain't knocking that. That I don't know who debonair like that. Y'all on here trying to make it like I'm trying to defend the statement. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm telling you as a co-defendant, a nigga didn't rat on me. I don't care nothing about the statement and none of that. I seen the statement. I fought the case and seen the statement. That shit ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it wasn't, I wouldn't have recommended that, but it wasn't shit. The statement ain't what made me plead guilty. I pled guilty because I had a bullshit lawyer and I seen my other co-defendant with two paid lawyers pleading out. Nigga, I said, nigga, I'd be a dummy to be in this bitch trying to fight this case. So that's it, man. Y'all can keep doing that. At the end of the day, man, it's real rats out here. Like it's real niggas that pointed niggas out, got niggas a lot of time. It's niggas that I know niggas that then shot niggas and got shot back and went and told who shot them and different shit like that. That's some weird shit. Like it's some weird shit going on out here. I've seen a lot of shit, bro. Like I seen a lot of shit, man. I've been in the streets for shit. Well, I was in the streets for 20 something years, bro. I seen a lot of shit. I'm not making nobody no rat that ain't no rat, nigga. You gotta be, if I see you a rat, I know you a rat. Y'all talking about a statement shit. The statement was what it was, but it wasn't telling on me. They asked, did he see a gun? Nigga, if he was telling, he'd have said, hell yeah, I seen Jackpot with them guns, nigga. Jackpot got them guns every day. Jackpot be on bullshit. The other Cody had two lawyers. So my other Cody, he had two paid lawyers. His mom, rest her soul, rest up Killer. I love Killer. I call my other rappy daughter is my niece. He did have two paid lawyers. I had a fucking public defender. I wasn't blessed with that type of mama. I'm telling you, I've been in foster homes, boys homes, juvenile. I'm just been in the streets. Everybody's situation different. Now, if he would have went to trial and his lawyers felt like, it was something worth fighting, I would have went to fight the shit. But I'm looking at him pleading out shit. I'm getting up there. He ended up not taking a plea that day though. He was like arguing with the lawyer and the fucking prosecutor while he was taking the plea. So I ended up being the first one to take the plea because that day I took my plea. And even though I had a chance to take it back, what happened was I pled out and Chris went to trial, right? He went to trial and he got a mistrial. When he come back we was in the county. I was in one cell. He was in the one next to me. He got a mistrial. I understood then why they didn't sentence me. Cause I should have been sentenced maybe 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before this, but they was like holding up my sentencing. I'm writing the judge. The game is a dirty game, man. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like shit real. Like I'm writing the judge like, dog, why the fuck you ain't sentenced me yet? I pled guilty a month ago. So it was like some weird shit going on. But when he came back and he had a mistrial, it all made sense. They don't want to sentence me because they want me to come and cooperate against him. But when I go to fucking sentencing. They finally bring me to sentencing like the next week after his mistrial. When I walk in, that weak ass lawyer come, Mr. Hill. Mind you, I still ain't seen the bitch. I ain't seen the bitch since I pled guilty, nothing. I ain't seen this lawyer. So he come in, Mr. Hill, I have good news for you. I got you a better deal. I said, a better deal? Shit, they done already offered me like 5 years. Shit, what I'm gonna get better than that? I'm like, okay. So I sit back. It's another dude that been going back and forth to court with us. Like he just, we just end up going to court around the same time. And he like tapped me. He said, Jackpot, you need to ask your lawyer what the better deal is because nigga, you getting five years out here or whatever it was, 6 years out here, nigga. That's love. Like nigga, you getting less than that. It's gotta be a trick to it type of shit. So I had to ask my lawyer, like, nigga, you talking about better time? What the fuck? Come here. What, how I'm gonna get this better time? And that motherfucker like, well, you know, Mr. Hammond got a mistrial. If you cooperate again, I said, cooperate, man, sends me. Just like that. I was like, man, sends me. Tell them to sends me. So he was like, no, let's just, I'm gonna come over to the courthouse next week and we'll discuss. I say, man, sends me, dog. I don't want to discuss that shit. Sends me. So he tell the judge, like, my client wants to be sentenced today. The prosecutor, like, well, we need to talk to him. I said, we don't need to talk, nigga. I've been fighting this case 11 months and ain't talk, nigga. We don't need to talk. So I tell my lawyer, like, man, tell them to sentence me, dog. I've been in this bitch a whole month. I'm ready to go upstate and start my bid, dog. I'm ready to go start my bid. I'm ready to go start my bid. So when the nigga like when he said I didn't want to talk, the prosecutor say, well, I'm recommending the new guidelines. I don't even know what the new guidelines are. I'm thinking I'm about to go get 5-6 years. Or I think it was 6 years, dog. Don't quote me on what the first bid was. It might have been, I think it was 6 years and 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. It was something like that, but it was like light. And I had already did a year. So I'm like, shit, I got this. I'm 18, 19 years old. I got this. So when the motherfucker come back to me, the lawyer come back to me like, well, it's new guidelines. I said, what the hell are the new guidelines? So basically, they between the time of me pleading guilty and Chris getting a mistrial, they've increased my guidelines by like damn near 2 years. You know what I told him? He told me the new guidelines that day. I said, still tell him sentence me. Just like that, tell him sentence me. He like, well, we gotta talk. I say, bro, you don't talk to me, nigga. I've been here a year. I seen you maybe once. He came and see me one time talking about the case. We hit a lick before that case. So he's trying to tell me that they're gonna come press charges for the first lick. Like, you know, has Wayne County been to see you? I'm like, nah. He like, well, they will be. That's the really, it may have been one other time other than that that he talked to me. Dude, I've been here 11 months. You're not about to come see me, dog. And he didn't. He never came to see me. When I went back to sentencing, he had in between that time, my lawyer never, he was trash. I knew he was sending me up the creek. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting like 8 years, 9 months. So I got 8 years, 9 months. That means before that, it might have been like 7 years and 3 months might have been my max. So it might have been like 6 years, something like that, 63 months to like 78 months or something. It was like weird, but my max, I got 18 months more than the max that I would have got for the first sentencing guidelines they gave me. That it's just a funky ass game. And that's what I'm like, the shit funky, man. So let me see what some of these comments is, man. I ain't hear it. He said you a little confused. You said he's solid, but then he said, yeah, you talking about a statement, bro. I'm not defending the statement, bro. This is what I'm saying. Y'all trying to pick straws. I'm not defending the statement. Y'all gonna take clips and whatever. Bro, I'm not defending the statement. It would have been smart for him not to say nothing, but he did. I'm saying he didn't tell on me. So the statement, y'all keep saying, cause you wrote a statement, you a rat, and that's not the same thing. The man tried to talk his way out of something, as you seen in the statement. Oh man, this and that and that, whoop. That's not ratting to me. Ratting would have been, dog came in. This is what I'm saying, bro. It's so much going on that y'all don't know. This not the first lick we went on, the first thing, the first that, the first this. So if dog would have went in there and said, this is what ratting was to me. If dog would have went in there and said, man, jackpot came in, dog answered the door, jackpot, he reached for the gun. This is what really happened. He reached for the gun, jackpot cracked him in the head with the gun. Then we went in, jackpot hit the other nigga upside the head, threw him on the couch, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'll be like, man, this nigga snitching. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to be confused about. I'm not being funny, bro. Y'all seen the statement. I'm not defending that shit. I'm not defending it, and I can't because I didn't write one. But what I'm saying is that's not snitching to me. That's not snitching to me. Now, if I didn't get caught in the house and he said it was Alvin Hill, blah, 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 damn nigga, you a rat. How the fuck you bring my name up? Nigga, we all sitting in the same fucking county jail or the precinct or whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he did. I'm not defending that. You're not going to make me defend that. Right? But what I'm saying is, as a co-defendant, I don't feel like he told on me. It's not me being blind, niggas 20-something years later. You know what I'm saying? No, see, it's more to the shit, and dog probably come out with more shit. So with what you saying right here, it was not, bro. We got caught in the house. I beat people with a pistol. Like, so his lawyers was probably telling him, dog, you through. Like that's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all talking about a statement the nigga didn't necessarily. They would damn that bullshit statement that y'all keep trying to bring up one shit. The witnesses, if you dude is giving y'all part of the paperwork. If you look at the witnesses was like, look, them niggas came, knocked on the door, did this. The nigga hit me with a pistol. The other dude did. We wasn't beating no case in Oakland County, bro. Like y'all tripping. So let me answer this question. Let me see what dogs say. A written statement is not ratting to me either, as long as y'all all agree on what this and that and that. So, bro, I'm not, like I say, bro, I'm not going all into all of that shit. Dog, try to talk his way out of it, man. And that's what y'all got in the statement. It wasn't a telling, I'm gonna get these niggas locked up and get the fuck out of here. It was what it was. And it would have been everybody defense to say the same thing. If you look on the paperwork, it was only 2 guns. If I go to trial, I'm saying them niggas had the guns and not mine. That don't mean I'm gonna be on the stand saying it, but that's what my defense is. I don't know what them niggas was doing. I just pulled up to the house. I was the driver if they got my car outside. I'm just saying y'all don't understand how the criminal shit work. You gonna be like, no, it was 2 guns. I don't know nothing about no fucking gun. Blah, 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 blah. So I that's kind of what it is. Let me see. So you telling me Factz can pass a paper? Yeah, he can pass one with me. I'm just telling you, bro. I didn't consider it ratting. I know what a rat is. Just like with Dog saying with Tsu Surf, man. With Tsu Surf, oh man, you pled guilty. Y'all making anything, and that's kind of his character. And I'm not mad at that. Everybody got their thing. You on YouTube, you doing whatever you doing. This the way you make content. You got your thing, bro. I'm not knocking that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get on here to go on live. Hams, I call him Hams. Chris didn't tell me to come on here, he probably could be like, damn, bro. But at the end of the day, man, I just dog keep mentioning me and shit, bro. And I'm not going to, oh, I'm a street nigga when I see you, bro. I don't feel like that, man. I got an NBA, 4 kids, bro. I don't want no parts of this shit. Like, bro, I'm gonna pray for you. For real, bro. I'm not this shit 20 something years old, bro. I'm not beefing with nobody about nothing from 20 something years ago, man. The Byron dude I'm talking about. He keep, he keep making these videos and shit. And somebody sent it to me. Oh man. The first time a nigga sent it to me, he was pissed. Man, Jackpot, he disrespectful. Nigga, you a real OG. I don't care about that shit, bro. Like I'm literally mentoring kids and speaking at places and doing what I'm doing, bro. But I'm just saying with the whole thing is if Dog would have told what he knew, told something, pointed us out, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though he met us in front of the house, like all that shit was what it was. Like y'all making it, yeah, he did this and that. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all not gonna make it like with me. With dude, he like, well, Jackpot said, he caught the bus. I see though, you try to crack a joke. Nigga, I'm not talking to police. You know what I'm saying? It's just my thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen other people like, look, man, and talk their way out of something, but me, it ain't the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? It's what y'all gotta realize is anybody know me, I own my shit. Like I've always owned my shit. Just to give you a quick instance of what I mean by own my shit. So I was in high school in the burbs when Columbine happened, right? And a girl, she was like she was like flirting with me, but she was like an ugly fat girl. You know what I'm saying? And she was like flirting with me, and I was like, dog, stop playing with me so much. She was like, what? Still playing. I'm like, look, I get you killed like this. I remember snapping, I get you killed like this. And she told on me. She went to the principal and was like, dude told me he'd get me killed like this. Told on me. So they pull me in the office. They say, hey, Alvin, did you say you would get her killed like this? I said, yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it. They like, well, you gotta be careful what you say. Columbine just happened and people are dying and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I apologize. I went on about my business. They told me to stay away from the girl. The next day they calling me in the office about this girl. And I'm like, I ain't said nothing to the girl. I ain't grim the girl. Like I ain't did shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't did shit, right? And I'm like, dog, why am I back in this office? Y'all told me don't talk to the girl, leave her alone. And that's what I did. And when they called me back in there, she said that I threatened her again. She said I walked around her and grimmed her and was like, oh, so you snitching now. I swear to God, bro, I never looked at this girl that after that first time that she told on me. It was like, you were fat and ugly. I'm just being honest. She was fat, ugly with a Jerry curl. You know what I'm saying? And it was what it was. She was fat, ugly, and had a jerry curl. And this was like 99 or something. Like nobody had a jerry curl, but our whole family did. So I wasn't trying to be like flirting with her or nothing when she was like, he walked around me. So when they said that, I said, dog, I ain't do that. Mind you, this ain't nothing but a day apart. The first day, yeah, I snapped at her and I threatened her. I told her I'd get her killed like this. I said that. So the second day, I'm in that bitch pitching. I'm pitching a bitch. I said, dog, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all got me in here on some bullshit. Like I'm in there nutting up. So they called my brother. My brother had custody of me then. So they called my brother. My brother come up there and he like, look, what happened the first day? And it was the assistant principal. She like, well, he admitted to snapping his fingers and making a threat. And he said, and this man is in, I was in there tripping, dog. One of the older girls in there I had a little throat in. She was in there like playing in my hair, trying to calm me. I'm in that bitch tripping. And my brother, a church dude, like even to this day, my brother, real good guy, never been in trouble with nothing for real, like everything. He a financial advisor. And my brother was like, he was like looking. And my brother told the assistant principal, he said, that's not my brother. She like, what you mean? He said, when he came in here the first day and he admitted to what he did, that's my brother. If my brother is mad now, that girl is lying. And she was in there crying because her father had just passed a couple of weeks before. Oh, she was like making a whole scene of this shit. Her mama was in there. They was saying, oh, I don't want to lose another family member. This shit was getting crazy, bro. Like when I say crazy, like the shit was looking like a movie or something. And I'm in there and the way they playing it is so crazy to me, right? Because I'm like, dog, I ain't said nothing to this girl the second time, but I'm in here dealing with this shit. So I'm in there going through what I'm going through. And I'm like, dog, I'm still like adamant. I did not do this shit. Why am I in here? And the assistant principal like, well, we got to do something. We got to take. I said, take action. Take action. I ain't did shit. The girl flat out lied on me. But my brother and what he said has always been my character, man. I own my shit, bro. When I came in there that first day, they asked me, I didn't argue nothing. Yeah, I said it. I did this and did that. Boom. And that's the type of character I got, bro. If dog was the police, I'm gonna say dog the police. That's all I'm saying. If I felt like dog statement got me cooked, I'm gonna say dog statement got me cooked, man. That nigga cooked me. You know what I'm saying? We got caught in the house. It's all in the paperwork, dog. We got caught in the house. The fucking cash box. I threw the cash box somewhere while I was running. Like all this shit, bro. So at the end of the day, it was only so much we could fucking do, man. At the end of the day, I'm not blaming nobody for nothing. For real. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me being 40 some years old and looking back like I didn't. It just is what it is, man. Like, it wasn't like he told what happened. You know what I'm saying? If he'd have told what happened, I'm be like, man, this nigga a rat. Because what happened was somebody told us it was bread in that bitch and we went and kicked the dough in. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. So that's a different situation. That's what I mean by I'm not saying no nigga ratted. You know what I'm saying? Because he tried to spin and do whatever he did or whatever in that statement. I'm saying if a nigga would have went in there like, man, shit, cuz told us them niggas had a party last night and this is what happened. So, cuz told us them niggas had a party the night before. We pulled up to rob him. Dog came to the door, panicked a little bit, reached for the gun. I bopped him upside his head, blah, 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 blah. And we go through the story then. I'm like, man, this nigga the police, man. This nigga ratted on us. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. But that ain't what happened. Y'all spinning this shit to make it what it is. And I ain't tripping on that. I'm just saying keep my name out the bullshit. I ain't tripping on whatever y'all do. He used to playing this internet shit with y'all. I ain't used to playing it. Not like that. I had little rap beefs and shit when I was like super active rapping and little shit like that. But the way y'all playing it with YouTube shit and paperwork and weirdo shit and all that shit, that's like a little different. But he used to it. You know what I'm saying? He not calling me panicking and I ain't talked to dog since I was on the live. You know what I'm saying? He not tripping and bro, what we gonna do? I need some damage control. He don't feel like that. He feel like y'all, you know, this kind of what he signed up for. So that's his business. I'm saying with me, I don't, you know, y'all can do all of the dirt digging and all that, bro. I'm solid. You know what I'm saying? State case, fed case, whatever. Kid case, whatever. I don't know about the juvenile records, whatever it is, bro. I've been solid. You know what I'm saying? I've only had co-defendants on that case and my fed case, but nigga, I've been solid. So I'm not worried about all that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying with dude keep making videos and bringing me up and all that, the Byron dude or whatever. Like, man, you just gotta, you know, relax or jump on here on the live with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he mentioned me in the title. I watched some of it. He was talking about the Tsu Surf thing, and I seen that his point of view is what it is. His point of view is what it is. But in his own words, he's made a statement before and said the dude who dropped him off didn't know he was coming to do whatever he was coming to do. You know, statements get made, man. You did something, you said something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his whole case or anything. I'm not trying to make that to that. I'm just saying, bro, you know it's a gray area, and maybe you feel a little certain way about what you said or something, that where you want to keep pointing the fingers at everybody and making them a certain way. I'm not calling the dude a rat, you know what I'm saying? Because whatever he did, I don't know his case. And just like I'm not calling Tsu Surf Big Meech, but he's literally made a point of making other people rats. And it kind of shows some type of insecurity to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not never calling people rats and fags and anything else without it being what it is. You know what I mean? That's just my attitude. And me being, you know, having spent so much time in the system, I understand that shit get real. So I don't run around calling everybody rats. But once it's proven that you are, I create my distance. I create my distance. I move a certain way. Anybody that's watching this that's been in the feds with me, they know we not cooking up with rats. We not working out with rats. I ran the morning car, well, when I got it, it was a Detroit car. I end up turning it into a paperwork car. As long as your paperwork was good, you can come work out with me. I've always been solid, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making a video. Dude that made like 3 videos. He didn't put my picture on one. And I'm like, dog, you're not going to keep shooting at me, man. The least you can do, he can reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Dude can leave some info in the comments or something. Reach out to me. We can jump on here and do a live. I'm not about to do a live and keep talking about what Battle Factz did or didn't do. But we can discuss, you know, what ratting is and not ratting and whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? We can do it that way. Whatever him and Dog got going on. Timothy, you say, bro, I'm just telling you how I feel. You can't make me feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all got to realize is I don't think y'all have I don't know you guys in particular or personal, but I got the credentials to know what's ratting and not ratting, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did this shit. I done did these bits, man. I done did these bits. I done did time on top of time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the nigga that you had to bring paperwork to. So I know what a rat smell like and not smell like. Like I said, I'm not saying that. I'm not co-signing the statement. We not going to make that the title. But what I'm saying is, man, it's gray areas to everything. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just put that on everybody, man. Some shit stick. You can't put that on everybody. And it's enough people for you to really put that on that's really doing that shit. Man, you don't even have a picture on your post, nigga. My credentials are what I've been through and the fact that I've been solid. I don't know you niggas to keep back and forth and with you and comment. You show me something you've been through and where you stay solid. And then we'll talk about the credentials. And my name good. My name good, man. I don't know, you do. You hiding behind a emoji or something there. I don't know. But at the end of the day, man, that's all. I'm just seeing dude keep going, you know, posting me, put my picture on something, did all that. And nigga, I'm here. I don't run from no smoke. We can get on there. I'm not gonna go back and forth with. I seen it. I seen when Wack and them niggas was going back and forth with you. You got your mind made up. You gonna stick to something. And you just rolling with it. And you, even when you have no knowledge of it, you haven't been through that type of shit with the Fed case. I see you say you had a home invasion and you kind of had a couple guns. I'm not tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying with that Fed shit and different shit, it just be different. And that's all, man. You making it a habit of you a rat, you this, you that, you rat, you rat, you rat, you rat. And that's a little weird to me. But to each his own. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'ma enjoy mine. I don't know if dude, you know, I seen on his video he had a kid birthday party. Much respect to you for being a father. Um, much respect to being a father, man. I respect that. I'm not on here beefing with you YouTube guys, man. I don't know what JW, whatever. All I'm saying, bro, I've been through it, man. I'm not saying that my word is the final word. I'm just saying that I can't take everybody else's word about something that I've been through. That's all I'm saying. I can't say that you don't have credentials. I'm saying that mine's good. That's all I can say. I don't know you. And people will tell you anything. I don't know you. I'm not over here trying to be overly gangster or overly real or any of that type of stuff, bro. I'm just me, man. I'm not. I'm like way far beyond that. I'm not even. I'm not even glorifying the streets. I'm not even doing that. I've been through some shit. I've done some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that my kids don't have to go through none of the shit I went through. And I'm trying to do, do the right thing by the people that I fuck with. So I don't know, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all used to this YouTube shit and all the back and forth, bro. I'm not saying it like you a square. I'm a square, bro. I've been in school for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go back to school. So I'm not dogging nobody for doing the right thing. I'm just saying with all of the shit I've been through and having to be the one read paperwork when guys come on the pound and having to do and people will vouch for that I'm the guy that did that. You know what I'm saying? And that is those white books are my law books. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Battle rap visual. Shout out to battle rap visual, man. I what I'm saying is I haven't been keeping up with all of this stuff. I'm telling you, he didn't even tell me that dude had mentioned me or it was paperwork. That's all I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? Um, I didn't he didn't bring me into this or nothing. Somebody else called me Friday and was literally pissed. Like, bro, they talking about you on YouTube. And he wasn't saying that they was dogging me. And they just like, man, I'm like, bro, this the OG or whatever. I'm telling you, that's all that happened. Battle Facts didn't call me Friday. I didn't and I thought it was old. When dude called me, I'm telling you, I initially was like, man, that shit was like last year. Cause it was some other stuff with ADEP and whoever else last year. So I was just telling my dude, like, oh man, that shit was like last year. He like, no, bro, this say 20 hours ago. So I went and watched some of it. I ain't watched all of it, but I watched some of it. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This shit with the paperwork. Boom. So I called Battle Facts and was like, man, what you dude on? You know what I'm saying? And he like, man, ain't shit. He like, I'm gonna be on live tonight. You know what I'm saying? If you up, you can join the live or whatever. I'm like, shit, if I'm up, cause I wake up early, y'all. I wake up early. I got kids. I be moving and grooving. And he was like, if you up, then shit, just jump on the live, we'll kick it or whatever. So it ain't like he doing damage control or whatever. I'm telling you, he don't feel like it need to be damage control. He feel like real is real and whatever. But that's cool. I'm not knocking that. I'm saying with dude, the one dude, the Blake dude, he posted me like a picture of me and jackpot this and that. And I'm just like, dude, let me get on here and speak my piece. I'm not even gonna go back and forth, with this shit, though. I really run a business, man. Like I got a business, I got an office, I got, things that I do, and I'm not trying to make this about that. I'm just saying, dude, keep posting these, and I'm gonna speak my piece. So this video is me speaking my piece and what I believe, and I only bring up the Tsu Surf thing because he has an opinion about it, and I have an opinion about it, and I'm just showing you that, taking away the fact that it's a case about me and a guy that I know. Even the Tsu Surf case or the Meech case, we have differing opinions. And I'm just stating that my opinion is my opinion. And even those two cases with guys that I don't know, Tsu Surf, I have no horse in that race. I'm not calling that man no rat. He played out and he just pled guilty. And when you do that, you got to say, yes, I did, whatever the case is or whatever. That doesn't mean he's saying this nigga did it too, but that's dog opinion. That's the Blake dude opinion. And I'm not knocking that. You know what I'm saying? That's his opinion. I can't take that away from him. But it just go to show that we have different opinions about certain things. I'm not calling Tsu Surf no rat unless it says that he said me and John went to the store. The clerk said hurry up and buy, and John pulled out his gun. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But with dude, oh, he made a statement. He pled guilty. He a rat. So everybody got their own opinion, man. And you can have your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping on that. So with some people, it's gonna be, oh, Battle Facts made a statement here, rat, and I can't change that. I'm saying, in my opinion, the fact that it's a statement don't make you a rat. Now, if he would have said, "This is what happened. We pulled up to rob them niggas. We did this and that," then I'm making you a rat. You went in there and told on me. That's all I'm saying. That doesn't mean you have to do to feel like I feel. I'm just explaining how I feel. That's it. That's how I feel. Whatever you feel, that's how you feel. I'm not gonna argue with you or the Blake, whatever Brian Blake, whatever his name is. I'm not gonna argue with dude about how you feel. I just watched how you felt about Tsu Surf. You mentioned that I commented on your Meech post that you didn't know anything, so obviously I disagreed about that. We just got a different opinion, and our history make us have that different opinion. It's nothing I'm gonna change. It's like arguing with somebody about their religion or arguing with somebody about their political views. People have 30, 40, 50 years invested into whatever they believe, and I'm not gonna come on here for 30 minutes and change your point of view. You was you was store bull. That's why you don't is but I don't know. You have slow. You have slow. That's what I'm saying. I got MBAs and you have slow. We never gonna see things the same way. It just is what it is. That's all I'm saying. You a dummy. And I'm not gonna argue with you. See how I looked at your whatever you just said and laughed? That's how I feel about somebody when they have no credibility with me. That's it. Y'all on YouTube, bro. You on YouTube. Come join the show. It's all good, my guy. But you can't come in here and try to down my opinion because you feel something different. I wouldn't come on there and down your opinion because you feel something different. We can have a conversation. You not gonna make me feel like you deserve a conversation because you on YouTube. You could have jumped on here and went live with me, but you hiding behind something. You feel me? I jumped on the live because dude making uh he making he using pictures of me and stuff, man. And they running around with my nickname everywhere. And he running around with my government. He running around with my government and my nickname. I got a right to defend myself. You, I don't know you. You comment and nobody knows you. So that's weird. Just keep it moving, G. Bring me up. Look, I'm about to send you. Hold on, right quick. I'm about to send you the link. There you go, my guy. I found a link for you. You could join. Like I say, bro, I'm not gonna argue with you though. But you could join. Anybody else want to join? The link is in the chat, man. Y'all could join. I'm not running from no smoke, man. Join the link. Come on in here. Let's talk about it. I got a minute or two. All you gotta do is copy that. It's gonna pop up that I got a guest that's in the back room. I'm gonna bring you to the stage and you can talk. Just make sure your Wi-Fi decent. My eyes are a little dry. I got a tear duct issue, but I'm in here. Let's get it. Maybe he's signing in or something. Man, I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not gonna give you that to go use and clip up. So I'm not saying none of that at all. I thought dog was gonna come on here, whoever with the NJW dude or a girl. I don't know. I don't know if it's a male or a female. I got a picture on my page. I don't know what they got going on. I ain't knocking it, but I got a picture on my page. Oh, and I got a couple pages. I got pictures everywhere. There we go. They said they was gonna come up and they didn't. Clip up. That's what happened. I don't know. Clip up. I don't know. These niggas weird. Uh, the link in there, man. Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, whoever it is, man, come on the live, man. I don't know. I did. You didn't just bring me up. No, I just sent you I posted the link in there. You got to copy the link, man. I don't know you personally to send it to you personally. It's a link in the comments. All you got to do is copy the link. Copy and paste the link. It's going to add, it's going to say, it's going to pop up. You hit the button. Did it ask you to add your name? I don't know if you know how to work the software. I ain't ducking no wreck, bro. If it pop up, I'm gonna bring you up. You gotta copy and paste it, and it's gonna ask you to add your name, and I'm gonna just bring you in the chat. It's really kind of simple. I ain't ducking no smoke, bro. This is what I'm telling y'all. I know y'all used to certain things, bro. I'm not trying to get a real nigga award or nothing, but I ain't the YouTube dudes, bro. Long as you respectful, we can have a conversation. I see the chats and guys go back and forth and be yelling and shit. That's kind of feminine to me. That's how I feel. Like all the yelling as men, or even if you a woman, you gotta be respectful in the presence of a real man. You gotta handle yourself a certain way. I handle myself a certain way. It ain't like a gangster thing; it's a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go back and forth. Ivan Bond, you not answering the real questions. I answer whatever questions y'all got. I'm saying this is what I'm saying, bro. I'm not arguing about dude and the paperwork. The paperwork, dude posted the paperwork. Paperwork is in his fucking handwriting. It ain't no need to for me to be like, oh man, the paperwork is fake. Like all that shit. That shit is what it is. Y'all can argue with him about the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying how I feel about snitching and what's snitching and what's not snitching. I don't care about that shit. I ain't talking about the paperwork. Y'all can argue with that nigga about the paperwork, bro. That's what I'm telling you. That's between y'all and him. I'm not on here to defend him. I'm on here because dog keep posting me and fucking thumbnails. He got me in a thumbnail and all that shit. Why did y'all say that didn't happen? I don't know what you talking about. What didn't happen? I don't know you, Ivan Bond. You obviously got more information than I got. I didn't say nothing didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, be a little more clear what you're saying didn't happen or did or didn't happen. Whoever was trying to come up, they didn't make it up. The the comment is this. This is the comment I'm saying, y'all. If you copy and paste that comment, then it'll show me and I can add you to this chat, to this live. If you don't copy and paste that, then I can't add you to the live. I ain't ducking no wreck. You can get added to the live, right? I just started. It should be kind of easier for y'all to find. If you want to come on, I'll bring you on. You just gotta copy and paste that in your browser. You can't just hit it. You gotta copy and paste that. That's a link. That's a link. If you screenshot it, you can copy and paste it. If you got an iPhone, you can screenshot that comment, copy and paste it. You can come on. Honest question: are you saying that the plan? Listen, I ain't saying no plan was for none of that shit. This is what I'm saying. Y'all keep trying to see this and that and that, bro. I'm not saying the plan was for none of this shit. I ain't playing to get caught. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making shit sound stupid. Y'all making shit sound stupid. I ain't playing to get caught, nigga. I went in there cracking jokes. I'm literally going there. I'm literally going to hit a lick cracking jokes. I wasn't on a. Okay, so this is what he talking about. We was on there defending him. I was on there saying exactly what I'm saying now. This is what I'm telling you. When he went to trial, he went to trial, and if I would have went to trial and two niggas would have pled guilty, I'd have went to trial and said the same thing. So when we was on the live, I'm saying exactly what I'm saying now. You can't put the words in my mouth. I was on YouTube. That's all. I said the same shit I'm saying now. I had the same attitude. It ain't that. That's all. I even bond. Is what it is, bro. Y'all, this is what I'm saying, man. I don't know y'all, or y'all don't know me, bro. But I don't. It ain't that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be like a nigga bold. Dog still ain't come up. I'm really waiting on dog to come up to jump on the camera. I don't know what happened. Oh, I don't like I said, dog. Whoever this is, you got some knowledge of whatever happened. I'm just saying that's what I only seen what happened afterwards, bro. What I said last year, It's still staying. Like I don't know what the I don't know, bro. Hey yo, you rap. Let me hear something. It's funny as hell, man. It's a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. I'm sweet as fuck though. Yeah, y'all ain't talking about you rap. My dog's silly. It's a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel where I rap. And I looked at the Blake dude. The Blake dude was straight. Like I looked at some of his raps. He's straight. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not on here starting shit and doing shit. I can't say I wanted to hate on him or nothing, but I looked. I'm like, damn, it's straight. You know what I'm saying? He can rap straight. He can rap straight. Battle Factz rap straight. I don't. He tight. Like niggas can rap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on here doing that. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing, man. I do my thing. And that's kind of what I was known for. Even that's what the jackpot name came from. Everything it wasn't, I do my thing. I've been rapping. I had deals when I was like 14, and it didn't make me no money. I just was right back in the street shit. So I just been in the streets. You know what I mean? And that's just what it was. So when I seen some of the comments, dog, like, yeah, the big homie, like it ain't. I ain't got no big homies, man. I wish I had some big homies. Like people make big homies like a bad thing. Like if I had some big homies, I'd have had some people that gave me some guidance. Shit, somebody to front me something to get me over the hump. You know what I mean? I just always had to get it out the mud. I ain't knocking nobody with big homies, but shit, it's just something I never had to. Let me see. I respect you for being up here for Battle Facts for the last year exposing so-called snitches, and now he catching heat because he did worse than the people he called rats. Um, like I'm gonna leave this up here to leave this comment up here. So this is what I'm explaining. A rat is a rat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not co-signing a statement. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is I didn't consider that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm just not saying, oh my God, you made this, or the same thing with Tsu Surf. I'm literally giving y'all context. The same thing with Tsu Surf. I'm not calling the guy a rat because he pled guilty and he got a conspiracy. Um, the shit with Meech, I'm not calling Meech a rat because some girl that's already a snake. Like I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that with dude. I'm not saying that. What I'm explaining is that if dude would have went in there and said what really happened, I'm calling him a rat because what really happened was we were told that this something was going they were going to have money and we went to rob them. All that dumbass shit about the stereo and all that shit, he was trying to talk his way out of something, and I get it, but it was definitely a chance for him to say jackpot had a gun, jackpot did this, jackpot did that and that and that and that, and that's not what happened. To me, I'm not saying that you should feel different, and I'm not saying that I co-sign the shit. That I'm not doing that. You can't put words in my mouth. But what I'm saying is that's how I feel. Is him ratting would have been him saying such and such told us they had some money. We went to rob them. This happened. That it was like, everybody's situation different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking your opinion. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Whatever your opinion is, he not knocking your opinion. Let's talk about it. I don't consider Gunner a rat. This is what I'm saying. So I initially did. I consider Gunner a rat, but I don't consider Gunner a rat because the way his plea deal was written out, and everybody considered him a rat technically until they start seeing that all of them had to say the same thing. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. When you take these cops, this is a cop where you fighting for your life and you end up, they saying we gonna give you probation. You just have to admit that this is a gang. What the fuck are you gonna do if you taking that cop? If you taking that cop, this what they saying you have to say to get the cop. So I don't consider Gunner a rat. Now if Gunner would have went in there like, yes, um, such and such went over there and he shot at such and such and he did this and he did that, then I'm like, nigga, you a rat. And we had a conversation with JoJo and JoJo went over there and killed such and such. Then we shot up the barbershop or whatever. It could have been one thing. Then I'm considering him a rat. You know what I'm saying? Let me see this, y'all. I ain't gonna be on here long. I thought dude was gonna come on the video. Were you aware? I was aware. I was definitely aware of the statement. I was aware. So it wasn't like me. This was the first time I seen this, or it wasn't like I fought the case and didn't know or whatever. I was aware. It wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even that, like, this is what like, even this, he placed a gun in your hands. If you read the statement, um, it was, oh my God, he looked over there, he was arguing. It wasn't like he placed a gun in my hand. It ended up being, oh, he looked like he wanted to struggle. I'm not, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not taking up for every single thing in the thing. But at the end of the day, Jackpot walked in that house with a gun and bopped niggas upside the head and punched niggas. It was, if you gonna tell, you just gonna tell. That's how I felt. You can't make me feel no other way. That's how y'all feel. How I felt is, if a nigga was gonna tell on me, it was easy for him to get out of that situation by just saying, man, Jackpot had a gun. I didn't know what the hell was wrong with dude. This nigga was in here tripping. This nigga started hitting niggas with a gun, slapping niggas. I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? So with the statement, you don't feel like, nah, I felt like I wouldn't have did it because I didn't do it. Obviously I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not, I don't see, y'all got a lot of time. You try to place yourself away from it because this is all I know. They placed me there. My car was there. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. By the time they got us. Like, by the time y'all talking about 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever hours later, whatever, they got us. We in the station, nigga. All the information there, whatever. I ain't saying it could have been worse. I ain't saying that. I'm saying that's what I would have considered ratting. That's all. That's all I'm saying. My dog made up a whole lie, and I'm not considered that rat. Now, if he'd have came in there and told what happened, I'm with y'all. This nigga told on me. You know, somebody got some sense. That's all I'm saying is, dog went there and made up a whole bullshit story. I don't care, all that stereo shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, that's just some weird shit. I'm just saying, if my nigga would have went in there like, shit, man, this nigga jackpot, that's all I'm saying, bro, is I'm telling you what really happened. You know what I'm saying? And I feel this. This is what I'm telling y'all, because this is what I did. So I feel this. I'm what I'm telling y'all is I feel this. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm not taking up for this shit. Cause I feel this. It's what I did. I feel this. But for y'all to want to throw around the rat word, it's like a little weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel what I just posted. And definitely I understand this. I'm telling y'all I understand what y'all, all the comments. I'm just being honest with y'all. I definitely understand. But I just explained how I feel about the rat shit and what it would have been rat shit to me. I got you, but if you feel, yeah, long as you understand where I'm coming from, I'm not telling you that it is right or wrong. I'm just saying where I'm coming from. We all got our own understanding of things. And I'm just on here explaining how I feel because dude keep posting me and trying to make the story out to be something else. And I'm basically explaining, I just explained it with the Tsu Surf situation, the meat situation, the gunner situation, how I feel about ratting, man. Ratting is ratting. And I'm not making no nigga pleading guilty be a rat because he said I'm pleading guilty to a conspiracy. Oh, you a rat. You saying that everybody in the conspiracy guilty too. Like, that's weird as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the lie, I'm telling you, the lie wasn't worse than the truth. Listen, y'all, the truth was crazy. I'm trying to explain to y'all the truth was crazy. This was the second lick of the day. Like, the truth was crazy. Like, if dude wanted some time off, he could have got some time off. This ain't like the first lick we went on. This wasn't the second lick we went on. I'm just saying, if dude wanted some time off, fucking with me, he could have got some time off. I'd have been through. This was the second lick of that day. Like, literally. So if dude wanted to do something, it could have been done. You know what I'm saying? Dude got more time than all of us. Me and my rappy did about 8. Well, I did about 9. He did about 8. And Battle Facts did like 12. You know what I'm saying? fought it all the way through the door. And I commend him with that because we's in Oakland County. They on straight bullshit. So let me see. No Factz throws the rat round away all the time. We are holding them to the same standards. He said, I get it. I get it. But Ivan Bond 8930, even just now, right? Whether you admit it or not, um, me going live right now, you got a better understanding of where I'm coming from. What I'm trying to explain to y'all, whatever, I'm not taking up for dude. I didn't go live to take up for dude. The reason I went live on my channel is not his, is because I'm not. It seemed like y'all thinking like, oh, he calling me up there to do something. Dude really feel like I can hold my own. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talked to him since the last time I went over there. So I'm not making these to take up for dude. We haven't been in communication since I got off the live the other day. I just see dude keep posting me, the Byron dude or whatever. He keep posting me. So I'm going on here just to make my point that how I feel about things. And I know that just like they asked about the gunner, I brung up the Tsu Surf case because I seen he had an opinion about that, and I had a different opinion about that. So even if you remove me and my situation and my case, we just got a different opinion about what's a rat, not a rat. And I'm telling you, if I think somebody a rat, I'm standing on him. This nigga a rat. You know what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes you end up in a sticky situation. Troy Ave ended up in a fucked up situation, and he took the stand, did everything, and I feel like he a rat only because the way he went about it. But if somebody was to say, if somebody, let's say you at a club, and somebody was to come in try to shoot you, and it's a commotion, you end up with the gun and you bust at one of them or whatever, they done shot his man, so you in a weird situation, and then they trying to blame it on you. Shit just end up a little. Yeah, I didn't. The dude Blake. I'm not saying he dogged me or nothing, bro. I'm just saying that he posted me, but and he did say that, like, oh, Battle Facts, the big homie, and all of that stuff, and he must be scared or something. So I'm just going on here to say my opinion. I didn't say nothing bad about the Blake dude. Right? I even said I listened to some of his music. He's straight. He made a comment. He like said something about a comment I made on his page or whatever. I didn't know that was him. That shit was 10 months ago. I don't know. He said something about Meech, and I had a different opinion about Meech. I'm not taking up for rats or doing anything like that. I'm just saying it's just a little. It's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? And different situations just be what it be. You know he about to drop something else. Yeah, I ain't tripping with Blake. The thing with the dude Blake, me and him can get on here as long as he respectful. I do a live with him like that. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm like the coolest dude, laid back. What that case shit, all that paperwork shit, and what I did then, I was wild as fuck. And 20 years ago, 25, whatever time it was, I was wild as hell. Y'all grew up a lot. People commend me on that shit. Like I was terrible, but I really did grow up a lot, and I like having grown men conversations. I don't want to go yelling back and forth and doing all that shit, bro. We can get an understanding, and we don't have to get an agreement to get an understanding of where I'm coming from. Not to say you got to agree with it, right? And it's not always cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? That you like once again, everybody don't have to be in agreement for us to be in an understanding. Right? We were raised tricks don't deserve to live, and if you get caught, take your weight. You don't say nothing regardless of the situation, independent consequences. Yeah, I get it, Dwight McGee. I'm saying that's how my situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like what the dude said about the Blake dude, he wasn't dogging me or nothing because I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But um, I'm just telling y'all that when I said what I said about dude not ratting, this is why I said it, not because oh that's the big homie. He definitely older than me, but it ain't I don't have no big homies. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. He cool. You know what I'm saying I got some other guys that's cool, and I got some guys that's cool that rat it, and they not my guys now. If our dog was a rat, he wouldn't be my guy. You in Macomb County? Shout out to Ivan Bond in Macomb County. What I didn't see what you said. Plus, I'm in Macomb County. Oh, he about to drop something else. Yeah, man, the Blake dude, he can. I'm telling you, if he reached out to me, I'll go on the live with him, and we can kick it. I don't want to be on there arguing it. Well, you this and that and that, and he didn't disrespect me to make me feel like I needed to argue with him or like super defend myself. I just wanted to use my platform to say why I felt how I felt. That's it. I just wanted to say why I felt how I felt. And I seen how he felt about some other cases. And I was like, this I can use these cases to basically explain the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I seen what he said about Tsu Surf, and I didn't agree with that. Tsu Surf, he was on there like his lawyer this and that pre-sentence and that PSR, he said his lawyer said that, thank you to the prosecution for such and such about other people. And the PSR is when the government do their investigating. It's not you have to sit down and give them information. In my PSR, I never mentioned a single person. I didn't have to. I have a federal indictment that went from a RICO to a conspiracy by the time I play it out. And I don't have no name co-conspirators. So I didn't have to say I talked to such and such on January 25th or I bought this from that person. I didn't have to say none of that. I didn't have to do none of that. Even when I pled guilty, all I had to say was I conspire with others to distribute oxycodones or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to say. And I don't have no named co-defendants to, and I even asked the judge, like, so we are clear that I don't have any named co-defendants. So if they ever get charged or get tried and you can't say I did this, you know what I'm saying? So that was just my way of, look, bro, I don't know. You can't use my words to say that I did anything with anybody. So that was just the way that I rock. You know what I mean? Everybody situation different. Yeah, dog seemed all right. You know what I'm saying? Him and Factz got whatever they got going on, and it's been like the ADAP dude. I didn't rock with him at all. He was just weird to me. But when I looked at the Blake dude, even when he was just talking about me, I didn't feel like he was slighting me in any way. I didn't feel disrespected enough to come on here and want to be, oh nigga, when I see you or I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do this. And then even with him talking about the criminal stuff, bro, I'm not going back and forth with you about records. I got my credibility good, man. Like it is what it is, bro. This is my real name. He got my real name on the thing. You can look on Facebook, whatever. Look up my cases. I got paperwork from my federal cases available. He can do that. Everything good, man. I'm cooling. That's why I can be on here and not have to be yelling and be cool, bro. I got a difference in opinion. And if you want to just talk about that, we can. But I'm not about to sit here and debate, dog statement. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's all I'm telling you. I didn't come on here to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come on here to say, well, this happened and he did this and you did that and that and that and that. I'm just saying the reason that certain things are not aligned is because the way dude feel about it and the way that I feel about it. He has hours and hours of content about how he feel about it. And other than me and what I said about Meech and little things here and there, you don't understand why I feel how I feel. Trust me, anybody that's a rat, I'm calling a rat. A spade is a spade. How I feel about this situation is dog didn't rat on me because he didn't tell what happened. What happened was somebody gave us a play. We went to hit a play. Shit went bad. It was what it was. And I'm not saying, obviously, from the witness statements and all of that, they don't know who did what. Everything kind of like was a blur, whatever. And I'm just telling y'all that, you know, I bop bop whatever dog kept on my boom boom. But I'm telling you, I was the bop bop and the boom boom, and dog could have easily been like, look, man, I don't know what happened, what was up with dog. Dog did such and such. I was the bop bop and the boom boom. I came in, hit niggas with guns, punching niggas, kicking doors in, doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely understand. Ivan Bond, I'm telling you, I understand. I can only express my opinion. I understand why people call Gunner a rat. Initially, I was the same way. Like, man, this nigga a rat, but he was pleading guilty and he had to, you know, they basically gave him a script that he had to follow in order to plead guilty. She was trying to set up a case and she was trying to use that, and it was like a public opinion type of thing. She knew that case was weak. You know what I'm saying? I can feel this too, Dwight McGee. I'm telling y'all, like the stuff that y'all posting, I'm not in disagreement with. And I'm not here to debate that. Like I'm telling you, y'all, he might debate that, all of that. And it was his, his situation to get in front of. It wasn't necessarily my situation, but whatever it was, I'm telling y'all, he not feeling like, bro, I need some help. Come help defend me and do this and that. I'm not making this video at no type of behest of him or nothing. Um, I'm just telling y'all, it's nothing that he didn't put a battery in my back to make the live. Dog just kept, like, he was like using me in thumbnails and shit. And I got my podcast equipment and shit. I do my thing. And I was like, look, man, dude, is this like the third video or something? And it was like today, he was going to his kid thing and he did something else. I'm like, damn, my dog he don't get it where I'm coming from. And he don't have to agree with it. But I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna go live and talk about where I'm coming from. That's why I was like, look, man, let me address the suitcase, because I seen him talking about the suitcase. And I guess that's where all of this came from, is them arguing about the Tsu Surf case. And I'm just saying, I don't feel like dog ratted. I'm not gonna call that man a rat um because he pled guilty, or he talking about a PSR or whatever. I don't know all of that stuff, man. I'm saying you can't assume that because his lawyer said, well, thank you guys for doing a thorough investigation and blah, 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 blah. When a PSR, it tell you there, even I watched him read it. I watched him read it and misunderstand the paperwork. He read it and still made the paperwork fit what he wanted it to fit. And that's kind of weird to me. I watched him read the sentencing transcript and he still used it in a way to make himself right. That's a scary situation. So even with me and him getting on here, it probably won't end up pretty good, because you took whatever you wanted to take from that sentencing transcript and still made it fit whatever you wanted to fit. And that's cool for content, but it's not cool on real nigga time. With me, I heard what you said and I got what the lawyer was saying. The lawyer was saying that they did an investigation and Tsu Surf didn't have the majority of the biggest charges because they know he wasn't involved in that. And when you dealing with a RICO case, that's all you could do is try to get yourself away from some of the worst charges, because all they have to prove, and this is what my federal lawyer told me, all they have to prove is that you're a spoke in the wheels, his exact words. So for you getting away from murder charges or attempted murder charges or things like that, then you know you're not about to get 30 years. Your guidelines drop down to just 10 years or 6 years or whatever based on your criminal history. This is what I'm saying. You got to know that you had to been through that. I just fought a whole federal case for 2 years. So I've been through that. I know that. I've been in the feds and had to check paperwork. So I understand all of these different parameters and you getting the sentencing that you getting, especially when you fighting a conspiracy or a RICO charge. So for you to say, oh, he played out, he snitched, it's weird to me, and that's kind of crazy to me. So when I seen that and I seen his video about that, I was like, okay, I just see where he coming from, and he could say like, oh, they been trying to, attack me or whatever. When I made the comment on your video about dude, it wasn't about that. Yeah, I mean, I can feel that. Like I'm trying to explain to you, I'm not taking up for that. I'm not here for that. He didn't ask me to come take up for him. Like he dealing with it the way he deal with it. I'm literally just telling you how I feel about it. That's all I can do. He's a grown man. He is dealing with this situation, how he deal with it on his page. He can do what he do. I have my page. I'm just explaining how I feel. I'm not taking up for facts or a statement or anything else. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying with the Blake guy, I understand why he, went tippy top, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I see where it's not like, what I'm saying is I don't feel like he picking on facts. This is how he feel about the Tsu Surf situation or the Big Meat situation or any other situation. If it looked like this, it's got to be this. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. I just have a different opinion, and I'm not knocking his opinion. I'm just saying that I have a different opinion. That's what I mean by we don't have to be in agreement, but understanding is priceless, right? It's not me saying this my big homie. Y'all ain't gonna dog my big homie. I don't have no big homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm jackpot. Like I just been jackpot. Man. I've been my own big homie since I was like 11, bro. So I'm telling you, I've been on my own. Like even with the case, I'm not glorifying the case, but that's just the height of me just turning up. Like I was turned up. Like that ain't my first lick. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 18 on that lick. I wasn't my first lick. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was literally just things just, went up to that. And if I would have got away with it, it wouldn't have been my last lick. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that was my second lick that day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not glorifying, I'm just telling y'all that it was like weird. I was on tip. So I'm not knocking dude. And he like, I've been through this. I've got guns and all that. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm admiring dog. Y'all, dude, funny as hell. You know what I mean? And that's all, on this live, bro. I just want y'all to understand that this wasn't a let me take up for facts and let me get my dog back. I'm just explaining how I feel. And it wasn't a better place for me to explain how I feel. You know what I'm saying? The other co-defendant feel like I feel. We feel the same way. None of us beefing, none of us, we didn't, we don't got no problems with each other. Nothing. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It ain't nothing. And it's not like I'm trying not to go there, but I'm telling you, if dog wanted to tell and get some time off or do that, he could have, like, bro, I was wilding. Like, I'm telling you, wilding. Like, and I'm not saying that, oh, you only told on a little bit. I'm saying what he did was kind of crazy and what he was talking about was whatever. But I'm saying if he wanted to do that, he could have did that. Like, literally, he could have did that. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm like, once again, I didn't go live to take, he's not in a position of, bro, I need some help. I need to tag you in. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. And it's really the Brian Blake, his name Brian Blake. He just was making all them damn, that dude put me on he put me on what's that shit? The thumbnail. He had me on the thumb. I don't even know where he got that picture from. I can't remember where he got that picture from. It got to be like, that looked like my Fed picture or something. But he put me on the thumbnail. I'm like, man, my dog going. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to make sure, even if he don't watch this, whoever watched this and they comment and shit, they understand where I'm coming from. And it ain't to take up for dog or nothing. I'm telling you, I haven't talked to him since whenever I jumped on the live for a couple minutes. It's just that I don't want people to get the information misconstrued or whatever, or to get me, because he was like, all that street stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm a whole fucking NBA, bro. I'm not running around trying to be more street than you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if it, it's all. Yeah, it definitely was something he made up. That's all I'm saying. It was shit was funny as fuck, but it was something he made up. You know what I mean? He was doing him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping, bro. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, man. Y'all know that ain't what the fuck happened, man. Them people know that ain't what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that man ain't went in there saying what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got the fucking dude, Brian Blake got the paperwork. I definitely ain't fucking went in there and said nothing, but everybody's situation different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's situation different. Even when they was talking about wrestling, the only person wrestling with me was the first person at the door. He reached for my gun. So none of that other stuff happened. This was the funniest shit. Like when dude was reading the paperwork, I literally was laughing. Like, man, what the fuck? But none of the other shit happened. The first dude reached for my gun when I because he was like talking to my other co-defendant, like, he was like, hey man, something, something. And he was like, nah. And I put the gun to the nigga head. And the nigga like reached, like jumped back and reached, and I bopped him. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But I hit dog with the boom. Bam, I cracked dog. Boom. So he like scream a little bit. His man's run over there. This I'm telling y'all what happened, because the paperwork, their statements will match all of this. That shit, dog, it was crazy. But when dog, I hit dog with the pistol at the door. Boom. Dude come through the thing, like come through the living room trying to help his mans. He like, what's going on or whatever. So he come over there. I bopped his ass too. Come here. Bam, but I hit him with my fist. I ain't hit him with the gun. That's why he wasn't busted all at the eye. And I got charges for that. I had like assault charges and shit. So dog fall on the couch. Boom. So um I'm going through the house checking shit. I see dude in the basement. I walk him up. He say he tried to fight for a gun. He lying. He lying. He basically just like looked at me and was like, and I told him, bro, don't even think about it. I'm bop your ass too. Get upstairs. He didn't fight for the gun. When I get up there, I realize the fucking bedroom door was locked. I kicked the fucking door down. The first time it didn't come down. The second time I kicked the door down, go in there, niggas hiding in the fucking closet. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? I feel what Ivan Bond's saying. Like I said, man, me personally, I don't necessarily try to talk my way out the fucking out situations, but that was, you know, everybody moved different. I already told you what's telling to me. Sunday night understanding one last time. I told you what's telling to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long you've been on here, but I explained what's telling to me. In this situation, it would have been telling for him to say that, hey, you know, somebody told us it was money in the house. We went over there to rob them, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what happened. Um, Me personally, as you see in the case, I didn't make a statement. That's just how I feel. Just like on my Fed case, when I got pulled over my Fed case, I told him talk to my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bruh. Listen, I'm just saying it definitely could have been that. You see what I'm saying? If dude wanted to, extract himself from the city, he definitely could have been like, man, Jackpot walked in doing this, doing that. That's all I'm saying. Me being Jackpot, Alvin, in the case Alvin, I'm just telling you, if he wanted to tell, he literally, man, this nigga Jackpot was tripping. He could have made up any lie for. We went to buy studio equipment and Jackpot went crazy in this bitch, and that would have been rad because I definitely went crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. I don't know where the Byron Blake dude at. Someone pull up to his stream, but we live and we got action. You know what I'm saying? So that that's how I feel about it. I don't know where dude at. He could pull up to my stream. I'm on stream shit. I don't know nothing about his stream. I don't even know yeah, I don't know nothing about his stream. Let me look on my phone, man, and see what he talking about over there. Let me go find him. Let me see. He could pull up to my stream. You see, say he on live. I'm getting a little bad reception. Probably because I'm on live. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he getting bad reception. He getting bad reception, so I don't know. Is his live? Is he still live? I don't know. Oh yeah, it say he live. Yeah, it say he live. I don't know you, dude. I ain't defending nobody. I basically spoke my piece, and that's my piece. Like, that's my piece. You don't gotta agree with me. You feel me? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about getting on. I don't know what dude got going on, man. Let me see, man. Yeah, I don't know what his name, the Byron Blake dude got going on. It's like he losing some signal or something. But it's all good. It's all good, y'all. So I'm gonna go. Dude, you must have just got on here. I ain't tripping on you, Big Steve. BMB, Big Steve. You from Detroit? I'm not. This ain't even about the the paperwork. I explained all this. Let me see. Nah, that's what I'm telling you, man. The case was the case, bro. We got caught in the house. Um, oh, the case is the case, man. I didn't feel like it did nothing to my case. I literally would have went to trial, but I had a bullshit lawyer. Okay, no, B&B, Big Steve. I'm just asking because B&B is a label here. That's all. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off this live, man. It's been a couple hours. I don't even think I do lives this long. The Everybody had a gun charge. Everybody had a gun charge. I'm trying to explain to y'all, bro. If I would have went to trial or anything, I was trying to get a separate trial. When I say my lawyer was a piece of shit, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. I couldn't get a separate trial. If I would have got a separate trial, because the witnesses never pointed me out for nothing. Right? When we went to arraignment, all of that, the witnesses never pointed me out for nothing. Right? So I'm trying to get a separate trial because I'm like, shit, the witnesses ain't pointing me out for nothing. I'm gonna go in there and fight my case. You know what I'm saying? And if I go in there and fight my case, I'm gonna be in there like shit. They pointed them other two niggas out. I'm just saying if I was going there and fight my case, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, man. Y'all gotta go through something to understand. If I'm going to trial, that's how I'm going to trial. Like shit, nigga. I don't know nothing about that shit. It was two guns in there. I ain't had one, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The way that the case, this is what I'm trying to uh the way that the case was, it wasn't a written statement on me. Y'all keep saying a written statement on me. The statement wasn't a written statement on me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a written statement on me. It was some bullshit story, but it never was like we went to do this or we went to do that. Even if I had to go in and say, shit, we went to look at studio equipment, these niggas try to rob us. It end up the same thing. I was over there fucking fighting, and this nigga pulled out a gun. I tried to grab a gun from the nigga, this and that and that. Like what y'all talking about, a written statement would have been, man, what I'm telling you happened is, man, somebody said these niggas had a party the night before. They got a couple dollars in this fucking box. Let's go get the money. Boo, 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 boo. That's a written statement. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it said that, but you know what I'm saying? It said I heard a boom boom and asked them what at the end of the day is what's going on. What the fuck is going on? Y'all in this bitch tripping. By the time anything pop off, you don't know what's going on. If if I go over there, let's say I go over there to buy studio equipment, right? Let's say I go over there to buy studio equipment and nigga try to rob me, and I do get the gun out of nigga hand. Now this shit turned into I gotta get control of the house. I don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a defense no matter how you play it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, if the witnesses didn't point, no, the witnesses point, they couldn't describe any of us. You gotta understand that they couldn't say this person, that person, that person. When I say the witnesses didn't point me out, what I mean is when the witnesses came to court, the witnesses wasn't like this guy hit me with a gun. You know, they couldn't say who did what, whatever. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going in there like, shit, I ain't do nothing, and I'm the nigga that's tripping. I'm just telling you, me being the nigga tripping, I'm still going in there like, man, shit. One of them other niggas had to do it. I'm just telling you, bro. Like, if you fight, if I'm fighting the case, my fight was never gonna be I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? My case never was gonna be I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? There, I was there. Shit. My case, if I go to trial, my case gonna be, man, I got in there to do whatever. Somebody pulled a gun on me. I had to defend myself. Whatever. Like, it's gonna be whatever, that shit was. I ain't tripping on you, Bentley Lachey. Hopefully you a woman and not somebody acting like one. You know what I'm saying? So I see y'all on here, man. Y'all on here. Y'all keep talking about this goddamn statement. I don't care nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said he seen me wrestling with the person for the gun. This what I'm saying. If it was gonna be a ratting on me, it would have been, and this nigga jackpot. We came over there, whatever. He could have still said the same shit. We came over there to buy fucking equipment, and jackpot went crazy, started hitting niggas with guns. Like, it could have been anything like that. Like I said, bro, I'm not taking up for a statement. You know what I'm saying? The same thing you saying, bro. I'm saying that to me, it wasn't ratting on me because it could have been, nigga, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. And it could have been what it could have been. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't change. It's been 20 some years. It's nothing y'all could post in the comments that's gonna make me feel like, man, that nigga told on me. Like, nah, nigga, I know what happened. I know what happened before I got there. I know the situation. Like, nigga, if a nigga was telling on me, a nigga could have told on me. You know what I'm saying? And a nigga probably, and a nigga would have got a sweet deal. A nigga would have got a sweet deal. Shit, I had evidence when they said it was a broke bracelet. I had evidence from the last lick on me. You know what I'm saying? If it would have been like that, shit, it would have been like that. That's all I'm saying. So that's all, man. Y'all can keep, debating with bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, dude don't care to go back and forth with y'all. I'm just stating how I feel, and I'm gonna lead this up, and y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. But that's how I feel. Now I'm not gonna come on here every other day and talk about this shit. I do more like business shit. If you look at my content, I do more of talking about self help, different shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all got all this shit. Like I said, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, bro. Y'all got it. Y'all can go, like I say, if y'all want to go talk about whatever his statement, y'all can go deal with dog. I'm just telling y'all how I feel about it. I'm not about to argue about facts in the statement or facts in the case or whatever he did on YouTube or who he call out on YouTube and none of that. You gotta admit that's crazy. Oh no, I'm definitely telling you, y'all. Listen, man, the Byron dude already told y'all what I said. You know what I'm saying? And I never made a statement. But when the police pulled, when they got me, I'm like, shit, dog. What you doing? All this shit now. I'm selling. I bought this weed. It was 2 bags of weed in my fifth pocket. Man, what you doing way out here? You got a Detroit ID, man. Yeah, to buy that. You know, how you get here? I caught the bus. Where you get it from? I don't know. At the end of the day, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not agreeing and shit, bro. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all, bro. Y'all making it like I'm saying this shit cool or I'm agreeing with. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not calling dog a rat. And why I'm not calling dog a rat. That's the only reason for the video. I'm not going through and arguing pieces of the statement or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ken Stacks. This all I'm saying, bro. And even like I said with even though what I'm saying with now and this comment too, right? So the Bentley Lachey dude, I just said the same thing about Tsu Surf. I don't know that man from a can of paint. Same thing about Gunna. Y'all so quick to call everybody rats. I don't know what Factz did on here. Somebody else said, well, he was the one calling every. I'm saying with me, I don't do that. It's cut and dry with me. If I know you're a rat, I know you're a rat. Um, I'm just saying, um, that wasn't ratting to me. I'm not saying that I agree with it or I would have did it. Obviously, you see, I didn't do that, but I'm just saying that's how I feel. And I just, I don't know y'all coming in and out, how long y'all been here, but I said the same thing about Tsu Surf or Gunna or Meech or anybody else that people throw that label on and with no proof or no, no thing. That's just how I feel. So you can feel how you feel. I'm not here to argue how you feel, right? If I say somebody a rat, that nigga ratted. Like that nigga told, he went and got some nigga some time, he did this and that and that. And that man, that statement they all looking at is a whole fucking lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. For him if he was going in there to tell, he'd have went in there and told. And it was a lot to tell. You know what I'm saying? And I would have been the person looking at all the time. I'm the one that fucking bust dog on the head. I'm the one that would have had fucking assault charges. And I did. I had assault. Well, we all had assault charges. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That this is what I'm explaining. The shit was a lie. And I'm not calling no, I'm not doing that. So whoever this is, they understand. You know what I'm saying? They understand it. This all I'm saying. I understand where you coming from, but the fact that, just like you said, you got to understand it wasn't telling, because it was a lie. Dog was making up shit. I don't know, it was crazy, but he was making up shit. It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And if the truth, I'm laying down, I'm through. What y'all gotta realize is the truth, I'm through. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. I don't know how y'all feel. I'm not just talking about this case. I'm saying so much other shit. The truth, I'm through. You know what I'm saying? If my dog just talk about us waking up and how we got there, I'm through. Just being honest, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm not knocking y'all. I'm just telling y'all how I feel, man. You can't change the way I feel. This case 22 going on 23 years old on the first. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it because I know it ain't solid. I'm just, one thing about me, bro, I'm never gonna make a statement. I got a Fed case. They pulled me over, snatched my son out, did everything. I never made a statement. It's just my thing. I'm never gonna make a statement. I'm not gonna try to talk my way out of something. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Me personally, I'm never gonna talk my way out of something, even on these cases. You know what I'm saying? On this case, when I pled guilty and the judge asked me, did my friends know I had a gun? Listen, I'm pleading guilty for me. It's just how I communicate. I don't leave room for people to throw bullshit in the game. You know what I'm saying? I flat out told him I'm pleading guilty for me. I'm not saying nothing that my friends did. And when he asked me, did your friends know you went to do this and that, I ain't doing that shit. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not never making no fucking statement. I'm waiting for my lawyer. That's how I feel. But I just explained why I didn't make a stop. I don't know who Bentley Lachey is, like you just trying to stir the pot. I'm explaining to you that I'm never making a statement. I'm never trying to talk my way out of something. I'm never doing that. I'm never doing that. Like never. So I just told you I'm never doing that, because no matter what, they gonna twist your words, they gonna do whatever. I never make a statement. I'm never fucking talking about it. I'm literally get my lawyer. And that's what I did. Like I literally like shit, made me get a lawyer. So you know what I'm saying? I talked to my lawyer. And when I realized my lawyer wasn't for me, I quit talking to that bitch. So I just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it a buck, man. Like everybody's situation different. Just like the cop with Gunna, right? People would say, "Oh, damn, my bad. I didn't see the last two comments, fam." Um, oh, my bad. Okay, so here go one. Factz pigeonholed himself before everything came out. He said, if you get caught by the police, don't. You see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got more information than me. I don't sit and watch his lives. I don't know. This my guy, y'all. What y'all got to realize is I got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I just got out the feds in 21, and I got fucking 2 degrees and a bunch of shit since 21. I've been busy as fuck. I got kids. He don't got kids. I got like a lot going on. So I don't know what he said and haven't said. I'm not here to debate none of that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not debating none of that. Y'all looking for me to debate it. I don't know. You know, I'm just being honest. I haven't, other than the ones that I've been on for the most part, I don't know what he say on here. I watch like fucking Alex Hermosi and shit on YouTube. I don't see, I watch battles cause I rap and I like battle rap. And that's how we first got cool, was rapping and shit like that and battling and shit. So I do watch battle rap, but I'm not, I watch boxing. Like he more into boxing and different shit. But I watch boxing, but I wouldn't come on here and, talk about a bunch of boxing, or I don't have the certain knowledge to sit on here and talk about so much battle rap shit. So I don't sit and watch battle rap shit. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Blake says he has something black and white. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If he is, I've seen probably what he's seen, bro. I had a discovery package. I don't know what he's seen or didn't see. I'm telling you, I'm not necessarily tripping on that. Whatever he did, if something come out other than that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He gotta show it. I'm not, bro. This shit, the whole thing with dude and the paperwork is, Blake could, I don't know what he got. I don't know. If that's the thing too, he built this super street cred image for himself. Yeah, I'm like, but he know that. What I'm explaining to y'all is that I'm not taking up for dude because he handle his own business. That's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got all them questions, y'all can ask him. I'm telling y'all, I'm only explaining how I feel. I'm not defending the statement. I didn't go here to do that. I'm not defending him or nothing. He grown. He can handle whatever y'all throw at him. He going at it his way. I'm being real with myself. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make me be that. And even this, I just told you how I feel about Gunna and all them niggas. I don't know them niggas to be loyal. It ain't a overly loyal. It is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all don't understand it because y'all got y'all understanding, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm just saying when I'm on YouTube, I don't watch battle rap shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on or what he said about somebody else. I didn't even know what started this until the Blake dude put my picture on the thumbnail. And it was like, I mean, it was my picture on the thumbnail. So somebody seen it was like, man, what's going on? So I didn't know what started this. I guess it started from like a some conversation with Wack 100 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Why when you said wish y'all had a story, um I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Bentley Lachey, I don't know. I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying that um the whole buying the fucking studio equipment, whatever, it was like a good story. Um and when we got in the cell together, it was like, okay, this is what we gonna run with. But I didn't necessarily make up a story. Like I'm not planning on getting caught. What y'all gotta realize is it's not like I woke up one day and hit a lick. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't what happened. I was like the same way this lick was a set. Somebody called me, boo, 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 like I was hitting licks. Like I was just hitting licks. So I'm not thinking I'm gonna get caught. I literally was cracking jokes, like getting pulling up, going up there, just like like casual. Like it wasn't like if you didn't see mask or gloves included, like you didn't see none of that. Like this kind of like it was like another day, another day at the job. I mean, at the time, I try not to like glorify it, but I'm trying to give y'all a picture of what's going on. Like like, this not a like, you know what I'm saying? This not like I woke up one day, was like, damn, y'all, my rent due, I need to hit a lick. Like I was literally just hitting licks. You know what I'm saying? This what all of this shit, y'all can debate with dog. I'm saying that, nigga, I don't think you read it. You can say whatever, y'all can debate with dog. I didn't come here to debate the statement. That's his business. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That's his business, bro. Y'all, that's his fight. If y'all feel like he put it, put so much weight on himself to be a street nigga, dog, street credibility straight, he handled his business. You know what I'm saying? If y'all feel like, he put the spotlight on himself, he can defend himself. I'm not here to defend none of that shit. I'm literally here to, cause dude, keep making a little post, and I'm just basically saying, this is why I feel what I feel or how I feel. That's it. It's consistent. If you watch the beginning to the end, I'm being consistent. I'm not taking up for it. I'm not doing none of that shit. That's why I'm not on his platform. I'm not on Battle Facts platform because it's like when I go on there, y'all making it like, oh, he brung his co-defenders on there. Like, dog, I got my own platform. It ain't big as his, but I got a couple. I got thousands so followers or whatever. I don't be on here like that. You know what I'm saying? I got followers from music and different shit like that. Doing some business content, lately too. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? If y'all, like I say, man, I didn't come on here to take up for dog. I came on here to basically say this is why I feel what I feel. It's not to take up for myself either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending nothing. I'm not glorifying street shit. Like I don't feel like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit smoke and mirrors. I don't know. Bentley Lachey, I gotta ask him. You gotta ask him. I was in the conversation too. You just gotta ask him. You know what I'm saying? That's between y'all. I'm just saying with me, with me, it is what it is, man. Rakim, Rakim to go. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just saying in this. I'm just saying the statement was bullshit, y'all. All I'm trying to say is when it go back and forth, the statement was bullshit. Like if y'all reading it and it's bullshit, I'm not gonna keep going back with the thing. Like so that's why I'm not considering it rat. That's it. It ain't like too much deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting them lie on me, man. That's dog talking his talk, man. Y'all, that's on his platform. I'm telling you that. I'm explaining what I'm explaining, bro. If y'all look at the case, dog made a case. You know, dog made a dog. bad news. Bad news said what? Bad news said what? Turn that body cam off. It's not damn y'all tripping. He burnt out. That's ratting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in my instance, y'all, the story was some bullshit story, but if definitely if he would have told what happened, and I would have been like, man, dog a rat. That's it. I'm saying. You said it right there when he said it though. So this is what I think is a like a what they call it, like cross wires or whatever. So we did put a story together when we got together, right? We did say boom, 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 because we did get together. We end up in the holding tank, we get together. We did put a story together. So that's what I thought he was saying. I mean, whatever we did end up putting a story together, but I didn't go into a robbery with a story. Like that's all I'm saying. I didn't go into a I don't think I'm getting caught. You feel what I'm saying? I'm never doing that. I'm not planning on getting caught. I'm telling you what I did. I'm joking. I'm listening. I remember I'm listening to Shine. The song Shine. Where my money making niggas at Shine. I'm hype. I'm chilling. Like, so I'm not that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. That's I'm trying to get y'all understanding. This ain't like my back was against the wall. I need to do like I'm literally it's another day on the job. You know what I'm saying? I was told it'd be about 10, 15 racks in there. I'm just nah, I ain't wrote no statement. You not gonna put words in my mouth, gangster. You not gonna put words in my mouth. You just checking in. One thing about me, bro, I'm not doing it. So you not gonna get that one. So you just coming in here, bro. We ain't gonna do that. Iva Bonds, I don't. This is what I'm saying, bro. I didn't go into this shit with no statement. When we got together, it was like this is what we gonna do to as a defense, and we had an understanding. Even if we went to trial, whatever. And I said that this is what I said. I'm saying we put a story together afterwards. You not about to mix me up, bro. I ain't. I just you just said exactly what I said. I said I wish we would have had that going into that, but I never had that conversation going into that. That's all I'm saying. I do business consulting, man. Pull up on me if you got a business. This my business. It's right on my page, y'all. Real life business solutions. That's what this logo is. I help people start businesses. Um, I think that's all the right S's and stuff. Help you start businesses, get your websites, business credit, business funding, whatever you're looking for with your business, man. Follow me on social media. It's all the same at Chosen One Jackpot. Boop. There you go. I don't know, Bentley Lachey. I think you want to be a lawyer or something. I don't know. Like I just said, bro, I didn't go into it with a story. I said what I said. I wish I would have, cause the shit made like it was a decent story. That's all I said, bro. So you're not gonna make me say that I had one. Like nah, but once we talk, I'm like shit. That's what we gonna roll with if we got to go to trial. Like it was what it was. But I'm out of here, y'all. Man, it's late and I wake up early as fuck. So y'all enjoy y'all night, man. Y'all can go to Byron Blake and report whatever I said here, but follow me on social media. You can think whoever, listen, man, I'm not saying you can't, bro. You trying to make me the bad guy, and I'm just telling you how I feel. You got this thing and you trying to be smarter than me. I don't know you. You may be smart. I'm not discrediting you. I don't know. Don't have a clue who you are, right? But what I'm saying is how I feel. So if you want to debate his, I didn't write his statement. If you want to debate his statement, do that. What I said is exactly what you said up here. There we go. What you said is exactly what you said right here. If y'all had a story why you would, I said exactly what I said. If I had, if I wish we would have did that. That's all I'm saying. I wish we would have. I wish we would have put that together like that shit. When I read it, I'm like, damn, this is a good story. We went because they had a bunch of studio equipment and like turntables. You know, they was promoters and fucking DJs and shit. So I just thought that was a good story. Like I'm just telling you. So that's what I said. I wish we would have. I wish we would have had the story. I said exactly what I said. I seen somebody else comment that. Like I didn't, I said exactly what I said. I wish we damn, I wish I was like, damn, I wish we'd have put this together. But I didn't go into a lick with a story. I'm not saying, oh y'all, if we get caught, this is what we're gonna say. Like I'm not thinking about getting caught, nigga. I hit licks every like shit every other day down there. I ain't never got caught, so I'm not thinking I need a story if I get caught. Nigga, I hit licks. You know what I'm saying? This is what I took from that, and I just explained that. Like I said, when we got together, we said this is the story we going if we got to go to court, we going this is what we doing, and it made sense. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't seen a statement or none of that shit when we talked. You know what I'm saying? The y'all keep saying he put a gun in my hand. If you like, bro, I, like I said, y'all keep going back to this. I don't give a fuck about the statement, bro. Like when it's all said and done, putting a gun in my hand when he say, "Oh, I seen them wrestling with it." Boom. If dog want to put a gun in my hand, I fucking bust the nigga in the head at the door, bro. Like this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all, bro. I bust a nigga in the head at the door and popped another nigga on the way in and this. Like, so that's how I feel. Y'all trying to make me feel different. I'm saying if a nigga wanted to just be like, dog, this nigga tripping, nigga just been like, man, this nigga tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. That's how I feel, bro. It's been 20 some years. I didn't have no bro. You trying to get clips or something. I just explained this already, bro. You not about to keep making me repeat the same shit, G. Yeah. He about to go run and twist the word. He trying to go do. I see it. That's why I just left that shit the way it is. Like, bro, go do something. Find something to do, G. You trying to keep, pit patting and shit. I already explained what I explained, man. You trying to get clips. You trying to fucking screenshot and get clips to just try to confuse shit, bro. It is what it is, nigga. This what I said, man. You gonna use something, use the fact that I said, man, dog ain't told on me because nigga, I was wilding. He could have fucking threw everything on me and I would have been in that bitch 20, 30 years if he wanted to, man. Y'all keep fucking twisting and turning words and trying to make shit is what it is, man. The statement was kind of funny. It was dumb as fuck. But and I wouldn't have done it. Obviously, I didn't make a statement, but it wasn't telling to me. It was a nigga there trying to, talk around some shit or whatever. But and I wouldn't have did it. I'm never saying that shit. I would have did the same thing. Obviously, I didn't. I'm on the same case. It's no reason for me to say I would have did the same thing. Like what the fuck? I didn't do the same thing. I was on the case and didn't do the same thing. So I'm not saying I co-sign the shit or I agree with the shit. But what I'm saying is I don't feel like the man told on me or my co-defendant because he didn't say what happened. Because none of that shit in the story is what happened. So that's how I feel. What happened was I could have got a lot of fucking time, especially with the fact that I just left a lick and came to this lick and did like you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm literally here and with no reason. You know what I'm saying? But that's the shit y'all be on. This what I'm saying. What I would have done anything different looking back, I'm gonna address this first. Though I wouldn't have been there, bro. I'm a genius, bro. I just finished with an MBA with a 3.9, bro. I shouldn't have been nowhere near that shit. But I had did so much in my life and been involved in so much in my life that I put myself in a position to be there and I had damn near gave up. You know what I'm saying? It just was it was like a bad situation. And With Battle Facts, bro, he had he had a football. He had other shit going on, and it was literally just like, man, we definitely shouldn't have been there. My other guy, like I said, his mama was running fucking nursing homes and all of that, and my dog literally lost his license. Like, we shouldn't have been there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not glorifying this shit, bro. I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot in my life, bro. I was fucked up, so I wouldn't have been there if I could do anything different. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask him if he'd have done anything different, he may say he would have just not said nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's cool. You know what I mean? But I feel like my dog, you know what I'm saying? He literally could have hung me. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to cooperate and get out the case or get less time, he did more time than me. He could have hung me. Even at the point where we fucking took a cop or whatever, it was other cases that my nigga could have hung me on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And on this case, he could have hung me and left me out to dry. On the other cases, like, nigga, I was fucked up. I was bold. You know what I'm saying? I agree with this, man. Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. I ain't even got no reason to be here other than dude making those videos and shit, man. I'm just like, bro, this ain't that. And I'm not trying to confuse you, Bentley, whatever. I'm telling you, I kept saying the same thing, and you keep asking the same questions, like you looking for a certain answer, and I gave your answer. Let me see. This what's up, man. This made for good content. It ain't my word. I didn't debate and go against nothing. Slick walks in the chat for goods. This dude funny as hell. Whoever dude is funny as fuck. Yeah, so that's all. And Bentley, I'm trying to be as straightforward as possible. Like I say, y'all, I know how this shit work. You know, you can take it and do whatever. And I ain't trying to do that. I'm just saying, when I was on there, you heard exactly what you heard, bro. I just said I wish, because I didn't, like, this was what we're gonna say. Like, I didn't fucking say that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say that. But when we got together, it was like, shit, we went to buy studio equipment, which ended up being a decent story. Shit, we went to buy studio equipment and niggas pulled guns on us. You know what I'm saying? But it was what it was. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just being honest, it wasn't that. It could have been, nigga, we went and kicked, whatever. That's all I'm saying. That's what y'all gotta understand. It was like, if dude really wanted to be, and let me get the fuck out of here, it was literally like me telling this nigga, it was this nigga tripping. Cause and to be honest, like, when I got there, even when I got there, I should have turned around. I'm just being 1,000 with y'all. Like, shit, it was just coming bad and shit, dog. Um, Shit just turned out bad. Bentley Lachey, I get it, man, but you ain't heard, like, I don't know. I didn't. What I said was exactly what you said. You saying what y'all said, and that's not what I said. What I just explained what I said. You know what I'm saying? You still doing that little shit, and I ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? I know how this shit work. You feel what I'm saying? I know how this shit work. I'm telling you, I'm not running up to no fucking robbery with that in mind. I don't think of getting caught. Like, that's why I don't got a mask on. I don't got gloves. You didn't see none of that mentioned. I'm not thinking about none of that shit. I'm thinking, let me hit this lick and go back. I'm literally like, let me hit this lick and go back and chill. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit this lick and go back and chill so I get another one. Fuck, I'm not thinking about that shit. That's why my car was in front of now. Let me go hit this lick and get the fuck out of here. It ain't like now with cameras and shit like that. You feel me? So that's just is what it is, man. You can take that, and I know you want to clip it up. I don't know who you work for, but it's cool though. I'm just saying that, like I said, this live was more about how I felt about the statement and why I felt like dude wasn't a rat, than it was trying to pick through this and why this and why that, why he say this. Y'all can go deal with him for that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't why I went live. I went live because the Blake dude making these little clips with me and shit. And if you gonna make the clips, I might as well speak my piece. And he didn't dog me. I'm telling you, I don't got no problem with dude. He wasn't necessarily dogging me. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying he made up whatever he made up. It because, my shit was a little funky. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't consider ratting. Like, if ratting to be, that nigga would have went there and been like, shit, we went there to rob them niggas. We went there to do this, that. To me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking how another nigga feel. Another nigga feel like, man, you wrote a statement, you a rat, or you did this and you did that. I'm not knocking that. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the Blake dude, the Blake was talking about, he was talking about Tsu Surf, and he was saying that you a rat, he a rat, he pled guilty to a conspiracy, and he said he agreed to these phone calls. Then who else was on the phone? You a rat. I don't feel like that. I feel like when you plead guilty, you plead guilty. The same thing with Gunna. I don't know if I would have said those exact words or whatever they made them say, but when I first seen it, I'm like, man, this nigga Gunna tripping. This nigga a whole rat. Then I start seeing everybody doing it, and I realized the prosecutor case was weak. This was her way of trying to strengthen this case, and she was trying to, and it was like to make them look bad in the public eye, because now you got all these cameras in front of them. You know what I'm saying? This ain't got to be about Surf. This is about me saying why I feel. This ain't about Factz either. This about me. Bentley. That's the point you missing. It's about me and how I feel, what I feel. This ain't about, I don't give a fuck about what Factz got going on his channel. It's about me explaining why I feel, how I feel, and I said that. That's what you're not realizing. This ain't gotta be about Surf. It's about me using it as an example. You can't talk about me. I'm a gangster. I ain't did nothing but gangster shit. You can't talk about me. You can't. It's impossible. You can't. You can't. I fought for my life. I fought for my life twice. So you can't talk about me. I fought for my life twice. I'm still here to talk about it. No blemishes and no skirmishes, baby. I am what I am. I'm just using the Surf shit as an example. And the dude Blake said I commented on the meat shit that he didn't have a clue. And obviously he didn't. Like I said, that shit died down. But that's his character. His character is what it is. And I'm not knocking that. His thing is, like, he's consistent with him saying, dog, you made a statement, you a rat. That's all consistent with him saying, dog pled guilty and said, I conspire with others. He a rat. That's his statement. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's his thing. I'm telling you, I'm not knocking it. I don't got nothing against it. That's his belief, like anything else as far as your beliefs or whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock that, but I'm not gonna let you knock mine and tell me I'm wrong either. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. This is like, I caught my first case at 11. This is 30 something years of dealing with this shit and being in the streets and going through different shit. It make me realize, like, y'all, if I don't know y'all, in particular, but y'all ain't been in the streets. Y'all think everything is like literally, it's either this or is this or is that or is this or is this that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with this, I'm using the Surf because I watched him, the Blake guy, talk about the Tsu Surf case, and he made everything make Surf a rat. Like, well, his lawyer said, and this happened and that happened, and I'm just saying, I'm reading the same thing he reading, and I didn't take it as Surf being a rat. I took it as his lawyer saying, thank you to the prosecution for sorting through this BS and making sure my client didn't get hung with these other co-defendants who did more heinous things. That's what I heard. But he said, oh, he said, that, you know what I'm saying? Why do trolls all? Because it seemed like that's how they think. For real. See how you just made a whole sentence? That's how these, like, some people, and I'm not knocking y'all, bro. I'm not trying to knock y'all thought process, but I'm telling you, bro, you been in the streets and you done shit a little bit. You see shit a little different, and I'm not knocking your point of view, but your point of view is your point of view. What your prior experiences make your point of view real to you. It's like Shallow Hal. So, you know what I mean? You see what you see. I'm not knocking that. You know what I'm saying? I swear I'm not knocking that. I'm not gonna make you feel nothing different. I got a best friend that is a Trump supporter. And I hear him out. Man, you not looking jackpot, man. They doing this to Trump and they doing this, man. Send me something. He'll send me links to something. I'll watch something. You see what I'm saying? I'm open-minded. I'm looking, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. My dog still this. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I'm not making this video to change your opinion. I'm making this video to, I'm live right now to say this is why I feel how I feel. Not for you to try to make me feel different. I'm saying this is why I feel how I feel. This is how I look at things, because if you only see me in, 5-minute clips, or if you only, read the paperwork, this shit 20 something years ago, and I was wild, you know what I'm saying? And, I can't take that back or nothing. I thank God for everything that I've been through. I'm not on that. It took me to go through that to get here, but It's not even like, because with me saying that, it feel like, oh, you just got older and you saying you forgive, dog. Like, nah, I don't feel like he told. I didn't feel like it then. You know what I'm saying? This been my friend since when I seen the statement, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't that. I knew, like, okay, now, like I said, in me, I didn't do that. So obviously I didn't think it was the smartest thing to do. But I didn't feel like, he told on me. You know what I'm saying? He just was trying to talk his way out the shit. And it just ended up stupid. Whole keyboard faded except the shift key. Say they ain't even used that motherfucker. Dog, man, that's funny as hell. And that's the truth. They probably somewhere else. The one thing about trolls, they trolling everywhere. They probably watching this and watching something else. You feel me? So y'all, that's it, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, man. I'm not even the dude, the Blake dude. This wasn't start no shit with him. Like I said, he could have jumped on here or whatever. I ain't got no issue with dog. Dog, I looked at some of his shit today, and I looked at a video. The rap was straight. I'm not knocking none of that shit, man. I'm not here to fight battle facts battles. That man is grown as fuck. He fight his own battles. I'm not here to say y'all stop picking on my friend, whatever that's y'all thing. He is okay with it. He know how this shit go. I'm cool with him handling his business. I'm here just stating my opinion and speaking my truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. You know what I mean? If dude, he gonna make another video today or tomorrow and take pieces of it. He not gonna take the whole thing. He gonna take pieces. You trolling us. I ain't tripping, man. You trolling us. Still in lowercase. Still in lowercase with no punctuation. Nah, seriously though, man. I'm not trolling you. I'm just literally explaining how I feel, dog. I'm literally explaining how I feel. It's not nothing to make you feel like you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just explaining how I feel. And I feel like if I don't say how I feel, y'all gonna keep, if I don't do something like this, y'all literally gonna keep taking, take a piece of this, trying to make it like, I'm saying this. I'm giving my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Factz will deal with y'all how he deal with y'all. I'm literally giving my opinion. So when y'all, if y'all take this and run with it and do whatever else, I know y'all gonna chop it up and find little pieces to make you fit y'all story. Uh, yeah, I'm a gangster with I'm telling you, I gotta look at that. That's 2 degrees. That's the thing you not getting. I got a whole fucking MBA, and I just said I finished with a 3.9, and I know you were here. So yes, I'm a gangster with some sense. The reason that you don't understand it is because you think gangster is something that is not. That's my point. Your life story has given you a view of what a gangster is, where mine has given me a different type of view. I grew up in a gang. I handle gang business. I'm still in tune with my gang. And I got an MBA. That's the difference between us. I understand that growing up is gangster. It's called growth and development, right? That's what I'm a part of, growth and development. You think gangster is what you doing on this keyboard. You know what I'm saying? You think that's your problem. You think gangster is what you're doing on this keyboard. That's what trolling is. I don't got to do that. I'm solid. All the way around solid. From the joint to the streets, whatever. Solid. I don't gotta do that. I write with very perfect punctuation. I write with very educated words and shit that makes sense. You think that, oh, you such and such, this is gangster. Like, nah, bro, I'm cooling. And I handle my business. Whatever that business is, that's gangster to me. If my business is my kids, is handled. My woman is handled. Whatever my business is handled. If it was something in the streets, I handled it. That's why I ain't sold a nickel bag of weed in 5 years. Everything I do is legit. Everything I do is legit. I just told dog, there go my website. I got an office that's down there downtown. I got an office down there midtown. Look on there. You can Google my business. Like, I run a real business. I'm not out here trying to act like I'm in the streets. I write business plans. I need punctuation. I help people set up websites and marketing plans. I need punctuation. The people that pay me, they don't want to see all lowercase. They're not going to pay me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not in the battle rap shit and doing this shit all the time. Look at the rest of my content. It's some current events, but I do business and self-help content because of what I'm selling on this side. This ain't internet mumbo jumbo. I'm not dogging you. I don't know what your life is outside of here. You know what I'm saying? But for you to say punctuation is wrong is to show a definitely some kind of lack of intelligence, and definitely a misunderstanding of what gangster is. So we not gonna do that. I'm just saying we not gonna do that. We not gonna don't my gangster never has been questioned, never will, bro. Never has, never will, bro. I don't care. You know, this YouTube. Yes, a YouTube live. I'm on YouTube, but I'm saying we laughing because I didn't even pay no attention to your punctuation. To cuz said something and then it made sense. That's all. I didn't pay no attention to it. You know what I mean? Homie, oh, he's a real guy. I don't know. Anyway, he said, homie. Yeah, homie. You know what I'm saying? It be tripping, bro. People tripping. YouTube, the internet itself is funny, bro. That's why I call my company Real Life. My company's called Real Life Business Solutions. Cause the internet is all smoke and mirrors, bro. I learned that even doing music, man. Everybody tough, man. I was crashing out. I was still crashing out. Doing music, crashing out. Like these niggas, oh, you said that? I'm pulling up. Like nigga crashing out. Now I'll be like, oh, it's just the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's just the internet. I had to grow up. Like, man, this shit crazy. Dog. Dog, man. I don't know, man. You gotta ask, bro, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I can laugh at the shit too. I'm telling you, I'm not taking up for the shit. Tell me what kind of DVD player. I don't know, man. This is 2003. Any DVD player might have been admirable. It was 2003 shit. Everybody didn't have a DVD player. Goddamn. Anyway, man, y'all enjoy y'all night, man. I appreciate y'all just tapping in, man. You know what I'm saying? Who is Alvin Hill? Somebody just took my name. This shit crazy. Man, the internet crazy, man. To my Alvin Hill, this shit crazy. Somebody took my name to troll me. This shit unbelievable, man. This what I'm saying. No matter what, man, I commend all the people that sit on here and argue with some of these people, man. Oh, this this is my son. He's on it's your son. Ah, so my son on here. That's my son Cinco, man. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. My son want cookies. I'm on here kicking the shit with y'all, man. He texting me, Dad, come make some cookies. Somebody that took my name and trolling me. And I'm tripping. Ah, I'm tripping. Dog, that's a good one, man. I'm on here like, man, somebody on some BS, man. Come here, man. What's up, y'all? That's my little dog, man. My little dog trolling me. You tripping, boy. You want them cookies? My little dog ready for them cookies. My little dog playing soccer, man. He playing soccer. He play football, soccer. My little dog playing soccer, man. He got a goal yesterday. It's only his first big game. My dog got a goal live. I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of my kids, man. So anyway, y'all, man, as y'all can see, man, they been texting me for about an hour and a half to come make these damn cookies, man. So I gotta go and be a father, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. I wish y'all the best. And like I say, man, anybody want to have a real discussion, I don't mind having a discussion. But if y'all want to, go back and forth about whatever was in the damn statement, y'all gotta holler at Factz about that. That's his shit. That's his business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy y'all night, man.